Hey. Happy Saturday night, everybody. Make sure you guys are grabbing your tinfoil hats and joining us tonight as we get into the paranormal, alien-infested, abnormal stream. Let's do it, folks. Here we go. Hello. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see ya. Thank you for joining me again this Saturday night. I hope you're all having a great night. And I hope you all brought your tinfoil hats with you. Yay. Gotta love it. Yes, I know I'm the biggest cornball on the planet. That's okay. It's fun to be that way. So, yes. My clowns, as people call them, they lost. We're done. We're out. We're gone. It's over. That was the shitty game, and it sucked, but it is what it is. I'm done with it. Moving on. Here we are tonight for the paranormal, alien infested, abnormal stream. And thank you all so much for joining me for it tonight as we take another break from the true crime world, guys. Thank you guys for joining me today, this afternoon, for the new doc drop in Idaho and combo. It was a great show. I appreciate everybody that was there. It was a good show. It happens. I'm surprised we even got to the playoffs, guys. I'll be honest with you. I was definitely surprised. For sure. So come on in, guys. Grab a seat. We're going to be here for a while. If you guys have all the meatballs that want to jump in here, want to jump down in the sauce with us and stay warm, it is what it is because it's cold out there. And if not, guys, just find a seat, grab your coffee, tea, whatever it may be. Come on in and have a crazy, weird conversation with me tonight. We're going to talk about a little bit of thing, 10-foot aliens and 6-inch aliens and ghosts and whatever we talk about, we're talking about, but it's all out of the norm, folks. So join us wherever you guys are in this country, in that country, in the other countries, wherever you're at, join us, guys, please, if you will. It should be quite an interesting show. Oh, my neck hurts. I definitely hope. So come on in. Welcome to everybody. We got 49 people in here. We got 30 likes in here. We can do better than this, guys. A mega match. Find a seat. Looks like. Let me see here. All right. So let's see who we got here so far. Joining us on this cold and crazy Saturday night for the Paranormal Alien Infested Abnormal stream. Sweet Surrender, welcome back to you. Miss Katie, good to see you. Lance Wolf Nation, brother, good to have you here. Good to see you. Clutis, Cluminati and Cletus in the house. Good to have you. Good to see you guys back. Thank you for joining us again. Riddler, welcome back, brother. Good to have you. Taxi Slut, good to see you tonight. Thank you for joining us. One Made Nat, welcome back. Eddie, good to have you. Miss Sunshine's in the house. Good to see you. Heather B, welcome back, dear. Good to see you. Doodle's in the house, guys. Oh, welcome back to you too. Cindy Kerf, right to see ya. Jackie Young from over the pond. Great to have you back. Great to see you. Miss Victoria, welcome to you. Let me see here. Dakota Parker, great to see you. Long time no see you guys. I swear, like what, an hour ago I saw you guys. It is what it is. That's how much I love you guys. I can hang with you all day and all night. MCause, welcome back to you. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us. CL, you as well. I see anybody up here? Philip Hughes, welcome back, my friend. Great to see you. This is not going to be much of a true crime show, but it's definitely going to involve some other stuff that are quite interesting if you're interested in hanging out, my friend. Groot, welcome back to you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Brady B, welcome back. Doodlebug's in the house. I love it. I love just saying your name, Doodle. So, Miss Cassie, good to see you, dear. Thank you for being here. Let's see here. Angel with an A. Hey. Good to see you. Good to have you here. K-Dips, welcome back to you. Come on in, guys. Prime Jelly Flavor. Welcome back to you, dear. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Unknown caller, good to see you. We might be able to do that unknown. We'll see. 9 degrees in Idaho. That's not good. I think I got everybody. Miss Canadian Cat Lady, good to see you. So great to see you too. Thank you for joining us. Julianne, welcome back to you. Dakota Parker, always a pleasure. This cold weather is just too much for me. Come on in, everybody, please. Get warm, find a seat. Let's do this. Riddler, good to see you, bud. Oh, yeah, the jellyfish aliens. Gotta love that one. Yeah, we'll be looking at all that different stuff. Whatever we look at, it's all going to be interesting, folks. And maybe we'll even talk about it. Who knows? I've been doing it a lot more lately, and I really enjoy having people on panel to give their opinions on things that we talk about. So we shall see. It could be fun. Could be fun. Any other Browns fans out there? I feel for you. It was a crappy game. Dolphins and the Chiefs. They shouldn't be playing. That stuff is crazy cold. Crazy cold. Yes, if you would, please hit the like button on the way in the door, guys. We only got 44 likes with 52 people. We're getting there, but not quite. And share this out to anybody you know, your friends, your neighbors, the milkman, the lady walking the dog down the street. She might want to watch it too, if you will, please. I appreciate that. Oh, boom. Yes, that was a pathetic football game. I'll be honest with you. I only got to watch it from halftime on because I was in here doing this stuff, but it just was crap. It was crap. No, actually, I was going to actually bring that up tonight, Kay. So it's kind of interesting if you look at it. Kind of interesting. I don't know if Mama Bear will be here or not. She's probably tired at this point, but we shall say. I'm hoping Molly will be here. This is her stuff. Like I said, Mama Bear was feeling pretty crappy earlier and has been for a few days, so I hope she's just resting at this point. Yeah, that's what brought my attention to it. There was a whole lot of cops for nothing based on what they said. So we'll see. We're gonna pull it up and talk about it and see what they say. Faux show. And then we'll talk about everybody's thoughts on that too. Come on in, guys. Get a seat. 60 people in here at this point with 49 likes. We're almost there, guys. And don't forget to share it out. I know. I know it was crazy, 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 folks. That's a lot of police. Yeah, Philip, I agree. I was very sad. He made a lot of mistakes tonight. I just don't get it. He rested for what, 10 days, and he was throwing interceptions all over the place, and it was bad. Very bad. If I didn't know better, I would say that it was set up to be that way. That was pitiful, you guys. Pitiful. Never seen anything like that in a long time. Very disappointing though. All right. Come on in, everybody. Let's get this ball rolling. If we can, of course. They should have at least played first quarter. You know, I was thinking that too, Cindy. They should have. That's what I said too. They rested too much. I think Joe got out of the grind a little too much for tonight. So Molly, good golly, Miss Molly's in the house. There she is with her little ghost and her little alien. She got it all. All right, all right. Thank you for being here, Molly dear. Always appreciate you. Yeah, too much rest. That's my thought. Doesn't make sense. They were playing great, and as soon as they rest, it's like they forgot how to play football or something. It was ridiculous. The offensive line wasn't doing nothing. Flacco was getting sacked. I mean, it was bad. The whole thing was bad. I darn like it. I darn, but whatever. We're done. It's over. All I got left now is to figure out who is going to win, and I know it's not going to be the Steelers, but as long as it's not the Steelers, I'm happy. And watch the Super Bowl. I'm just kidding. I hope the Steelers do get somewhere. I doubt that they will, considering who they got to play, but we'll see. Yeah, there's a lot to that, Lance, actually. There's some things I found out today that I didn't even know about until today, so we'll see. That's right. Go Bills. Go Bills. Hopefully somebody gets something. Molly can't speak now. That's a first. Molly is speechless, folks. I don't even know how to take that. I know you're a Squealers fan. I see it. The Schittsburg Squealers. Well, it's great to have you here, Lance. Thank you for joining us. Doc, what's going on? Good to see you tonight. We're at 67 people and 53 likes. We're climbing slowly but surely. I have some subjects to look at that I want to talk about, some topics that I'm quite interested in actually. For instance, if you are you getting angry? I think Molly's getting mad at me, guys. Look at her little devil faces. She's mad. Brr. She's gonna get me. Um, Obviously, I wanted to touch on the Miami episode. Um, there was something called the Tugunston. I'm probably not saying it right. Event that I wanted to look at. I was gonna possibly talk about uh the situation from Dyatlov Pass. So there's some things that have happened, guys, that are really interesting topics that we can talk about that I was looking at yesterday, day before, and a little bit this morning. So see, she's gonna get me. She got her fist out there. She's like, I'm coming. Next thing you know, this is what she does. I'm gonna get a video emailed to me of a kitty driving, saying they're on their way to come kick my ass. This is what Molly does. She sends me these things. Yes. Yes, sir. Then I was watching a conspiracy video. How about that, folks? A conspiracy video about the Simpsons, their shows and their predictive shows. I thought it was kind of interesting. It's weird to be honest with you. Some of it. Oh yeah, the Niners played hard all year long. Welcome, Jennifer Hansen. Good to see you tonight. Thank you for joining us. Deja vu. This happened before, huh? We're in the Matrix. That's what happened. Come on in, everybody. Get comfy. I was thinking about. Usually I grow this out for the winter. Okay. And it's cold, keep your face warm and all that fun stuff. But I've been thinking about keeping it. Because usually I shave it when it starts to get hot out and trim it all down to like a chin strap or something. I've been thinking about keeping it and just letting it go and letting it go and letting it go and letting it go and maybe looking like Cletus over here who steps on his beard when he walks out the door as it touches his ankles now. But like him, I don't want to get in that situation where my wife wants to grab a hold of me and discipline me. She'll just grab me and yank me across the room or something. So I don't know. Welcome, sweet Lamissa. Melissa, good to see you. I'm cleaning and I couldn't do it before Cleveland was playing at the. Yeah, I know. Hard to function doing anything, but wonderful to have you here, Melissa. Welcome, SRB dear. I hope you're feeling better. Maybe a little bit, I hope. Oh, I had it long before I started doing YouTube. I went through my Duck Dynasty phase, as I called it. I had it down to like here and out. I just looked too much like Santa Claus, and I got a little weird with it. So it grows fast, though, guys. I mean, really fast. You guys have seen me dye this a few times, and you see how the color is growing, the growth on it. It grows quick. I just did this, so tad better. Okay, good. Hopefully, it keeps getting that way and it doesn't roll backwards again. So I think what I'm going to do is anybody that wants to come up with me, I'm going to bring them up now. And that way, when we talk about what we talk about, we can do it together. Like we can bounce off each other with what we're talking about. I thought that would be a better idea and more entertaining for everybody as well. I'm sure people get sick of hearing just my voice all the time. So there is a link. If anybody would like to join me, please do. Before I get into this, because I want to have others' perspectives while we're talking about this as well. I thought it would be fun. Well, thank you, Melissa. I'm glad to hear that. She's coming. Clutus is coming up. I'm gonna get smacked around by Clute for a while. It's okay. Hola from San Felipe, Baja. Miss Annie's always traveling. Thank you for joining us, Annie. It's great to have you here. Absolutely, Miss Heather. Absolutely. Any one of you guys are welcome to. I'd love to hear from you guys, especially your theories on what we're talking about. Come on up, Cluness. Let's do this. Oh, there's Riddler. Hello, hello. What's happening, brother?
Hey, Dago. How's it going, buddy?
It's going. How you doing tonight?
All right. It's starting to get cold down here in the south.
It's been cold here. Like, I got the heat on 72 or 73. And because I'm back here in this room, which is an addition, it's chilly back here. Thank God the heat's under my desk. So
It was 72 here yesterday, Northeast Florida. And then we're going to be down in the 20s next week.
yeah, it's supposed to get down in like the negative numbers here next week for us. So it's gonna be cold. This ain't nothing right now. It's like 32, 36 right here, somewhere around in that range, I think. So
what do you mean that's not nothing? Like cold?
no, like 32 to 36 is nothing compared to what it's gonna be here next week. It's gonna be like negative 10, negative 12 next week.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
It's gonna be chilled. Very chilled. What's up, Whisperer? Good to see ya. Juju Bones, welcome.
It's 49 here now. And we may see snow flurries next week.
Yeah, we're having a world crisis with the weather. It's insane. But if it gets cold enough, maybe it'll kill some of these damn germs that are floating around here. God,
I've been having a lot of trouble with my sinuses lately.
Everybody is.
I wake up in the morning, it's hard to breathe, and then at night, just before I go to bed, it's hard to breathe, and walk around for about 15 minutes, and it starts draining away.
Astropro.
Been through that. KT, what it do? Good to see ya.
Riddler, you need to get you some of that Astropro. Nasal. That's what the fiance uses. He loves that stuff.
What did you say? Aster Pro?
It's Astropro.
Oh, Astropro.
Yeah, ASTEPRO.
I never heard of it.
A doctor prescribed it to me one time, and then about 3 months later, they made it over the counter, and that stuff is great.
Cool. Yeah, I never heard of that. Welcome, Lucky Charms. It's 17 here. I'm just outside of Buffalo. We're expected a foot. Yeah, I know. Foot plus of snow and in a state of emergency. Buffalo, anybody that's up near Buffalo, which is like 6 hours from me north, I just feel bad for you guys. Buffalo gets hammered like you wouldn't believe.
I wrote it down because anything Cluminati said, I'm not going to say she's always right, but she hasn't been wrong yet.
Oh, God.
Didn't I say earlier he said that out of fear?
Yeah.
I thought I did.
If I blink twice.
He said I blinked twice.
It's okay. I got it. I was looking.
Yeah.
I got you.
If I blink once, we're in trouble.
Right. Keep it on it. Keep it low. Keep it down.
Great.
We don't want to upset. We don't want to get the force going now.
What do you think, Dago? What do you think about the mall situation?
We're about to bring that up here and talk about it in a second. I don't know, man. I mean, first off, that's what I wanted to talk about that for. In fact, here we got enough peeps in here. If more come, then we'll just go backwards a little bit. Let me pull this up. That's why I wanted you guys up here. That way, when we talk about it, we talk about it together. Because I've watched the debunking of it by a few different people. Okay, but hold on a second. something ain't right, because I'm telling you right now, there was like 150 cops there. Okay, I mean, I've never seen that much response for a couple kids fighting with sticks. Like what? What?
Well, see, they said something about they put off a firework, right? So people thought they were shooting.
Yeah, like an active shooter, and I caught that too. So that did make a little bit of sense. But still, damn, I've never seen a police presence like that on anything. Nothing.
Well, I can tell you I have, because I literally was caught in the middle of a shooting at a mall, and it was, I mean, they shut the highway down.
That's what they did with this. They had police barriers up there. Police barriers up on the roads for people,
Right.
and they were still out there. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with this stuff. Most everybody has seen it, but all right. Well, I'm gonna play this, and then we'll talk about, as we look at this, we'll talk about
an alien, potentially. Miami police clearing up some conspiracy theories about a recent invasion. On New Year's Day, a large police presence was caught on video surrounding a mall in Miami, perhaps.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. By the way, this thing down here, if you look at it as it's moving, this is the thing right here that everybody is saying is this 10-foot tall shadow alien thing. Okay,
Surrounding a mall
it's
in
moving
Miami, perhaps you saw
down
this.
here.
A video posted online claiming it was.
And Molly had a good point on this. Like, there's 7,000 people around this area, right? Not one person could video with their phone.
Well, yeah, and I mean, how is it that this stuff always happens when everybody's got like a burner phone camera running instead of an iPhone or something? As many iPhones as there are out there, but nobody ever seems to capture it with one.
Exactly. Now, my other thing with this, if they were looking at this, because you're about to see the police presence for this is insane. If they were looking at this or worried that this was an active shooter situation, why are there no medical personnel involved here?
That, and I will say this about the difference here. Why are they only on one side of the mall?
Right. They were all in that one area, stretched out for, good God, a mile and a half down the road.
Oh, it was forever.
That mall was big. Okay, it's an outdoor mall with interior stores. It's big. Why was there nothing on the other side of that mall in the back area? Nothing. Something was up with this, but I'm gonna let this play. I want you to see what's up, Legendary. I want you to see how many police cars are here, folks.
Was due to an alien sighting in that area.
Look.
So what really happened?
Look at that police presence.
Look at all of these people. These are all police cars, and there's more down here. You can't see going over to the right. There's some on this side of the road over here. Okay, this is crazy. For a few, these kids, 3 people were arrested. 3 kids between the ages of 14 and 16. What? Now I get it. Somebody let off some fireworks. It was New Year's.
Yeah.
And they responded to this as an active shooter situation. But again, if you look through this whole mess, because I watched a bunch of shit on this morning, there is no EMS personnel or fire service anywhere around here that I could find on an active shooter situation. It's protocol to respond EMS along with fire department on this situation. I don't see any.
Not to mention SWAT.
Or that too. There's nothing but, what I can tell, patrol. That's it.
Does security cameras or traffic cams pick anything up?
I don't know. I'm going to pull up a few different variations of things for us to see, because according to a specific video I watched here. Okay. According to a video I watched, a portal opened up.
Oh yeah, that like energy kind of, it like just.
That hat is priceless.
I had to
I
make.
will. What'd you
quickly.
say, Dago?
I said I had to make this quickly, so I have my tinfoil hat, folks.
I will say this too. They got another view of this
Mm-hmm.
where you're looking at that person walking. You're at street level.
Right. Yeah.
So
And why? Well, okay. You see all the people running. Is it because of the fireworks? They think people shooting, or what's going on with that, guys?
I mean, if I thought somebody was shooting, I'd be running, but
I get that. I agree. I'm saying, is that what they were running from, or what? But as soon as I watched the video that said that, I heard that K-Dip says I heard there were over 50 kids. They were fighting and letting out fireworks. Why were there only three? Why were there only 3 kids arrested then?
see, and I heard something about them beating with somebody with a stick or something.
Well, they were fighting each other with sticks.
What? Who the? I'm sorry, I was
I
about to
don't.
cuss.
No. Well, here, let me do it for you. Who the fuck fights with sticks? I get it.
Who the fuck goes to the mall with a stick?
Mm-hmm. I do agree with you. And why? If this was like, a bunch of high school kids talked about this the day before or during school and said, all right, we're going to go to the Bayside Mall and let's all get together, grab a stick. We're going to beat each other down with sticks. Come on.
Yeah, to me it is. It's super weird that it's only cops. Like, this is only police.
That was my first inclination when I'm looking at this and I'm analyzing the situation and I'm like, where is EMS and fire? Even with fireworks, DL has a great point. There was fireworks. If they even had figured out, where's the fire department for this? Sorry.
Maybe they just was going to go get a donut before the shop closed in the mall.
I mean, I don't know, folks. Something is. I'm going to bring this back up here in a second.
You know what the danger in that is, Dagos? Somebody could do us like a false flag. Call that in.
Mm-hmm.
All those cops show up there.
That's
what I was on the other side of town. Look at this bank.
That's what I was getting ready to say. What did you do, Molly? I was getting ready to say you got looks like the whole police force is here. Okay. Now, what is going on the other side of Miami right now? I mean, anything could be. People breaking into houses, robbing stores. I mean, oh God, Molly actually did it. Okay, here it is. This is what she sends me when she's mad at me, you guys. I got to show you this stuff. This is because Molly identifies as the cat wholeheartedly. Okay. And for a year now, she responds. She doesn't speak to me. She talks to me with cat memes and things like that and cat videos. Okay. So what I'm getting ready to show you guys, and she always ends it with the same thing. Love, Molly, with the smiling, creepy ass cat. So this tells a story, and this is her speaking to me. This is what she does on a regular for me whenever she gets mad at me. All right. This one kills me, by the way, with the cat with the dangling legs, but here we go. And I told you she's mad at me because I was making fun of the Steelers. And she's on her way to my house to kick my ass. Mm-hmm.
Oh, great.
Every time. Never fails. Thank you, Molly. I'll be waiting. Meow. Yes, meow. So anyway, I struggle with this whole thing, guys. Like I said, if I can show here, I'll go ahead and play the rest of this for you guys to see it. If you see fire department, ambulances, EMS, anything, show me where, because I don't see it.
Fight. Come on.
Police say a group of 50 teenagers started a fight after setting up.
Muted again. Okay, this here this. I don't know what this is. I've been told this is a group of 3 people walking, but what they're claiming this is this 10-foot tall shadow creature alien thing walking across the front of this. Okay. Now I'm gonna guess if this was an alien, that you see these cruisers here, that we would see probably about 35 cops standing behind these cars with guns in their hand drawn. That's my thought, but I might be wrong. I don't know.
Shoot, I ain't getting off the car.
Right. So watch this thing here move as it walks to the right here. Or whatever this is. I don't know what this is. It's moving towards the right. So you see what you see.
Fireworks, looting. The alien, in air quotes, in the video was really just a tall person walking. In the video was really the alien. Police say a group of 50 teenagers started a fight, setting off fireworks, looting. The alien, in air quotes, in the video was really just a tall person walking.
It was not. Who said that? Where'd that come from?
Ho, rewind that a little bit, Dago.
Why? What's up? I did.
The video was really.
I know. I'm trying to wait till I see it on the TV.
Not. Who said that? Where'd that come from?
According to police reports.
Police did not say the alien was just a tall person.
Well, I said the tall part. The alien.
No,
they said it was just a person walking.
A 9-foot person.
Well, this does remind me of.
It has a shadow
on the steps.
You see the shadow of that thing on these stairs.
Oh,
that's what they're saying.
Yeah, you do.
I just saw it. That's why I had you rewind it. Put it in slow motion. You'll see it. It's on the left side of the.
And the video was really just a tall person walking.
Watch the top step about a car length behind this thing, and you'll see it go black.
That's why we're the supreme ghost hunters. I'm just saying.
Not. Who said that?
Where? How far back is it?
Right.
You can play it from there, I think, because I think they're about to show it again.
According to police report,
police did not say that.
Yeah, here it goes.
Over here, the shadow over here.
I gotta quit looking at both.
Yeah, let it go just a little.
Yeah,
there, yeah.
You see it?
Alien was just the top.
Right here.
It's hard because I can't see it on the phone. It's so small.
That's the shadow right there. It's moving as this.
Yeah, right there.
I'll be damned.
Tall person.
What the shit?
Alien was just a tall person.
No, hell no, man.
What is?
Was not. Who said that? Where'd that come from?
According to police report,
police did not say the alien was just a tall.
I'll be damned.
Ridley, y'all getting invaded, man. You got to get out that state.
Look at that.
That is a shadow moving as this moves, you guys.
Tall person.
Why?
And because that's light right there, and of course all these lights. When it gets to this point, past this post here, the shadow goes away.
Okay, so listen, I got a problem.
Why?
I want to know what this looks like in the daytime.
I agree.
Because if that steps, that could have been somebody that was walking down like one step and came back up. That'd be a big ass step, son.
Why are they so dark? I mean, they could be wearing all black, I guess, but
I don't know.
The alien.
Wow.
Something is wrong with this. This is weird.
I
wish I could see a clearer picture of this.
Police report.
Police
say that again.
Say the alien was just a tall person.
Okay, it's weird to me then that this is moving exactly in unison with this.
No, I do agree.
That doesn't make sense. Okay, if they were moving at 2 different angles, 2 different speeds, 2 different whatever, this is only moving when this is moving.
Yeah.
No, I know, Robert. There were fireworks let off. they responded to this as in it's a possible mass shooting or active shooting. The issue I have with this, Robert, okay, they arrested 3 teenagers and they have 150 cops here for this with no EMS or fire.
Yeah,
an
but
active,
you know what?
active shooting? I don't get it.
You know what I just thought about too? It's dark. Like it's dark as shit, except it's almost like they have a spotlight on that thing.
Yeah.
Because there's no light anywhere else.
Right.
Okay.
Except, do you see what I mean? Almost like they're looking at that on purpose.
Yeah.
That's well, okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 police cars sitting here that maybe have spotlights on. Maybe they're sitting in their car. Why? Maybe that's why there's no cruiser people standing outside the cars.
So
But
for that shadow to be cast off of that thing, the spotlight would almost have to be in that police car to the far right, right? For that.
right, because the way it walked, right?
Thank you for saying that, Doc, because it was part of what I was going to bring up here in a few minutes, because this is something I found the other day too. Doc says, I live in Southwest Florida, and they say there are large creatures in the Everglades. Maybe it walked Miami. That's not false. That has been talked about for a while now, and I found that the other day and looked at it again today.
We got skunk apes down there.
Oh yeah, them gray thing. We watched the show on that.
Yep.
Well, that's the color that. Well, see, the problem I have with saying it's like a group of people. How many times you ever seen like 3 people and them walk in complete unison? It's always some like nobody has the same height legs, right?
This isn't damn drumline, folks. They're moving in perfect unison. So is the shadow over here. Okay, the shadow moves when that whatever that is moves. If you watch it again, see the shadow up here? It's moving as that's moving, and then it disappears.
Does police have body cams on?
I haven't seen anything.
Are dash cams picking this up?
I haven't seen anything. But we're gonna look. Holograms, yes. Maybe the alien divided into 3. It's interesting, folks. All right, so I'm gonna let this play out now. Not at that speed, though. All right, here we go.
Just a person walking.
A 9-foot person?
Well, this does remind me of other stories where you guys have believed that.
Look at all those police cars. There's more on this side of the road, folks.
Well, I just looked up the uniform, the police uniform. In Miami-Dade, because I'm like, if it were like a group of cops and they've got their lights shined because they're walking police safety, whatever, but their uniforms are black. So that doesn't make sense why that thing is so light.
Well, the only other thing I can think of is that black shadow that we saw moving along with that. Maybe that's a police officer or a group of them moving along with it.
That was awfully good timing. Like that was smooth if it was.
I agree. I do agree.
But there were people saying there were more. I wish you could find that view where they're on the ground.
Oh, I got a few of them. Yeah, no, I got a few. Yeah, we're going to look at a couple of things. I'm just starting with this. I wanted you guys to see the wow factor for how many flipping police cars are over here, folks. Look at this. Looks like the entire Miami-Dade police force, in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure it's not because Miami's huge, but look. And like I said, they go down around. They're up in this area here. All down through here. They go all the way down this road, folks. There's a lot more. This doesn't do it justice. And then over here because this is a 4-lane, I believe, road area. Or no, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lanes because it's huge. This whole side of the road has them. They're on this side of the road too, guys, all the way down. That's a lot of damn cops, folks. A lot. For a bunch of kids fighting with sticks. What the actual hell?
You know, it looks like one of the first few cops, because you know this is a EMT, when the first few cops get up there, they say, "Hey, you can turn everybody around. We got it." My dad was the fire chief. When the first one got to the house fire, they turned all the other companies and fire stations back because just
yes. And if that's that, thank you for saying that. That was going to be kind of my next comment. So if we got even 5 or 6 cruisers that pull up and they see the situation, why did the rest of these guys respond? Okay, that's a problem.
And I would like to ask the chief or the sheriff, whatever he is down there, say, what's the protocol if an alien walking in the mall or near the mall? What is y'all's game plan? Does a 200 police car show up?
I really think that's a shadow over there, you guys. I really do.
I'm just sitting here thinking about the situation of that mall shooting she was talking about she was in, and I mean, it was a very similar response, but there were fire trucks and ambulances and everything else. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I've done training for this. We've had multiple drills on this when I was with the fire service. We've had false alarms on this when I was in the fire service. We all respond together, guys. Every one of us. It's protocol. So unless it's different down there, I don't know. But all right, so let's move on to some other footage, folks, because like I said, this is just the news report from that. Sorry, guys. All right, so we're gonna go with this one next. And the funny thing with all these videos, every one of them just about is blurry as hell.
Yeah, it always happens that way, don't it?
It sure as hell does. See, look how blurry this shit is. All right, if you can focus on this, do your best, folks. But let's see what we got here. All right, look at that again. Okay, let me make sure this is full screen. Okay, here we go. That right there is something large, and it doesn't look like a group of people moving in unison perfectly to me like that. Look at that. Okay.
Now that looks like multiple people.
It kind of did. Like they're separated up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you don't.
Yeah, but here's my problem. I'm not trying to be like the conspiracy theorist person here, but if everybody is running from the mall, what the hell is you doing taking a leisurely walk around?
I mean,
if they're with all them cops there and you're the one that they're after, you probably ain't trying to be in no hurry so that you don't end up perforated from that situation.
Right.
But multiple of you? Do you see what I'm saying?
I mean, I do see what you're saying, but I don't know.
I'm trying to look.
Unknown caller. If I open up the phone lines, it will be in a while. I'm not doing it right now, so we just have to relax, okay? If not, I'm sorry.
I can't get over the number of police officers.
That's what I'm saying. Like for a situation.
I mean, even the POTUS doesn't get this.
I know, and it looks like
through here. I mean, they come through my town about at least once a year.
It looks like the whole police force for Miami-Dade. I'm telling you right now, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. See, Cletus is. It looks like it could be separate people moving, but it seemed so like perfectly structured as it moved. You know what I mean? Or as they moved.
No, I'm with you there.
That's the weird thing.
I'm trying to find this in the daytime. I want to see a daytime picture of it.
Of the stairs?
No. Oh, yeah. Like of where they are right now. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, during the day. That's what I was going to look for that here in a little bit. All right, we don't need the music. I can't get over this. That's crazy. And there's more way down here. And on this side of the road. Look at all that, folks. All of that. For a few kids fighting. And listen, you could just hear the fireworks going off, right? Those sounded like fireworks. That doesn't sound like automatic guns or rifles or anything like that. It sounded like fireworks. There was a deeper, more of a bass sound coming from the fireworks than what you would hear from like a gun going off, in my opinion. I have guns. I shoot them. They don't sound like that. So I don't know. Noel, good to see you. Joanne. We got 106 peeps in here. I hope you're hitting that like button. I don't want to have to get all these cops over here for that too. Yeah, see right there, it looks like 1, 2, 3 people walking that direction. But in the other video, it looked like they was going this direction.
Well, I think the other video was one of those
flipped around. That's what I was getting ready to ask, maybe.
Because all the cop cars are pointing the other way too.
Right.
And you know what? Those might be officers, because if you look, like maybe the white that we see is their skin. I'm not trying to be racist, but skin.
That's a lot of white though, Clue. Look. It looks like if anything, their clothes are that color.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is maybe hoodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. God dang. I mean, they walk in.
All right, this is an eyewitness speaking. Let's see what he says.
We look back and we noticed some weird shapes taller than me. I'm 6'2", shadowy, dark, solid shapes, not human. I promise you, these is not human. I mean, it made the hair stand up on my skin. And shit, we just booked it for the doors.
Not the hurt.
I can't explain what that was. I can't say that was aliens, but I can't say that was not human. It was not human. And they online, I don't know if they're trying to cover this stuff up, but they saying that it was police officers and somebody, not shadowy figures. It's 2024, man. It's something going on. There's something going on, and they trying to cover it up. A lot of people saw what I saw, and like I say, it was so much chaos ensued that it was just hard to let that sink in, that we was realizing what we looking at. I mean, it's something you can never even create in your head in a dream.
Okay, so he, to me, seemed real. He didn't look like he was putting on a show or nothing like that. But, you know, I mean, I don't know him, so we can't tell. But he seemed authentic. I don't know. Let's keep going.
Going on in Miami, bro?
Okay, that one's done. There's a lot of these little.
Oh, that's that video.
Yeah.
That I just saw it on there. That's that video where you see it walking, and it's super tall.
Which one?
The one you just played at the very end, you can see it walking.
Hold on.
You know, it's probably somebody on some damn stilts trying to cause some drama.
Or it's a short pole.
I wouldn't doubt it. It is blurry. It's hard to see. So at the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's what I was saying, when they're on the street level right there.
Okay. Let me know when you see it, and I'll pause it.
It's literally at the very, very end of it.
It's so hard to see on this phone.
I just wanted somebody playing with a dog toy.
Yeah, pause it right there. All right, let it. Yeah, just play it slow from there, because I'm telling you, it's really hard to see on my phone. But yeah, he's
Oh,
walking right there.
yeah. Okay. Hold up. Right there. What the hell?
Yeah, you see that thing moving right there?
Uh-huh. That's weird. Hold up.
But I'm like you, it could be a pole, because aren't they driving?
Mm-hmm.
But he's outside of a car. That person was standing outside the car.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, I'll do that. Sunshine. Hold on, or not Sunshine, but whoever said that. I mean the mouth. Okay, we're getting it's going to be right in this vicinity right here as the camera turns. Right here. Right here. Oh, what the shit?
Yeah, see, it's right there at the right of the. Well, I'm behind you, sorry.
Right here. It's blurry, hard to see, but there's something there, guys, and it's moving. Almost like she said, like something on stilts, but you know what it reminds me of is like them things from Star Wars that are real long legs with the square body head type thing.
The AT-2T or
AT thing, yeah, it's kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah.
They keep saying Project Bluebeam. Right. Turn to the left.
There's a
right here. Right here, guys. See it? Right here. Pink and red lights have it all weirded out color-wise. That's creepy as shit. Okay. Cat calling. You have a voice? Yeah, there's a voicemail.
I'm just wondering if it's one of them tall man pranks or slender man pranks.
Slender man things, right? So what is that, a body cam?
No, I think that's just a regular person. Yeah, they got a cell phone.
Right there. See it, guys? Right here. I mean, I don't know. Oh, I definitely gotta fix that shit. Hold on a minute.
The only reason I can think for it looking so blurry would be maybe all the lights.
The lights. Okay, so there's like 150 police cars going, red and blue lights. Okay.
Right.
And then there's the street lights, there's the headlights on the cars, and it's nighttime. And if it's moving, the camera's not catching it in like with the like a disco would be almost with strobes going. That could be part of the reason why. Now, listen, guys. Video gets leaked 1 day ago. Actual footage of Miami. Okay, there's a lot of these. They were stating that a portal opened up in the middle of the mall. All right, let's see what.
Do we have the mall?
Bayside.
Oh, okay.
Bayside High.
I think it's Bayside.
Bayside Mall.
Yeah, it's Bayside Mall.
Okay.
All right, let's see what this dude's got to say about it.
Oh no. I got it. It's plugged in.
I featured in our video covering this, who came out to kind of speak about their experiences, who said that they would like to have a chat with me, with you guys as well, and kind of an exclusive interview to give their in-depth, detailed story about the entire alien situation. And we're going to be putting some questions to them. I don't think I've seen anyone do this yet, so this could be the first time on YouTube that someone's done this with one of the witnesses.
What? Keeps trying to install maps.
But I'm very, very excited. It is King Sosa who had this statement.
What's up, y'all? I'm here to set the record straight, man. Like, I literally have been getting interrogated by the Miami Police Department for days, my dude. I look at me. It is really aliens. It's really aliens. And I cannot believe that the Miami Police Department is really going to try to make it seem like they had all those police cars and stuff out there over some kids fighting, y'all. We talking about 3 and 4 blocks. We get in it. They asked us, first they asked us what we saw. It was me, 2 of my cousins, and 1 of my homegirls. All 3 of us being basically locked the fuck up. I ain't trying to get in trouble or nothing like that, but I'm just telling y'all, man. This shit is so real, man. Like, everybody saw it. There will be more reports coming out. There will be more reports coming out on this, man. But I just want to go on record and speak my truth. You know, they asked us not to speak about it. Any blog site, any news site, anybody who wants to talk to me, please get in my DM, man. Because that's the only way I would tell my whole truth. But I just want to let y'all know, man. Aliens are real. It was 3 of them. And we couldn't believe it. Y'all like this video, get this video trending, and I'll post my own cell phone footage. They tried to actually take my cell phone footage. You know what I'm saying? I showed them that thinking that I'm helping the world. They trying to delete it. But once you delete something on your phone, they have recently deleting, you have to put your password in. I wasn't willing to give them that. And y'all get this video to where it need to be, and I'm gonna go crazy.
And also released this footage of the supposed alien creatures. This is how our interview went.
Instagram, all that. Shout out to you, man. So I heard about you through my homeboy. My homie, he was like, yeah, my homie was like, man, I seen you on this YouTuber page, and I was like, what? So I went to it and I checked you. I was like, oh man, he cool. I gotta get him an interview. But I don't even wanna bull crap around right now, because really, I've really been up in my comments all night. So I got a lot of things I want to get off my chest. You know what I mean? Because the internet is undefeated, man. The internet, man, no matter what you show the internet, you're always gonna have your people to say it's true, it's not true. You know what I'm saying? You really can't beat them. So at first, when I first put the footage on the internet, I was kind of skeptical and stuff. I was like, man, I don't know how people gonna take this. But once I see that I cannot beat the internet, trust me, I just feel so much better, bro.
Honestly, man, I've been doing this a little while, and if there's one thing that I can tell you, it's that the internet, like you say, you can't beat it, right?
Nah,
like you can put out one fire and then 10 other fires will start up. It doesn't matter. But,
they're definitely coming for you. But hey, where are you coming? Where are you from right now? Where are you streaming from right now?
I'm in the UK. I'm in just up in Newcastle.
Okay, man, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. So, yo, shout out to you, man. Word up. Hey, but look, though, what we're not going to do, man, we got to jump right into it. What we're not going to do is try to make, and I don't understand why they did this, but what we're not going to do is try to make the black teens of Miami look like some animals just running around, and you had to call the whole Vice City PD, and I keep on saying Vice City PD, you know what I'm saying, to come out there for that, which is just crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the teens of Miami to start a new year off like that with that negative image on them like that. I don't think that was right. You know what I mean?
No, I think, obviously that was the whole cover-up, supposed cover-up, is that, it was never aliens. It was always, what did they say? It was fireworks set off in the mall. Which hold
on. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
have you seen any videos with any fireworks?
No.
Right. Yeah, I know. I haven't seen any videos of any fireworks. I haven't seen any smoke. Now, what is your first thing that you're going to do when you see fireworks? Are you going to look at them?
Nah.
You're not going to look at fireworks if you see them?
Oh, if I see them, yeah. If I hear them, different story, because that's what a lot of people are saying, is they thought they heard gunfire.
But if you see them, you're going to start looking. You're going to start filming too.
You're going to this is the thing that a lot of people have been saying. Everyone's like, if you see fights, everyone records fights, posts them because sometimes they go viral.
Yeah,
but no one recorded it, and that's what people are kind of.
So why are you trying to say there's gangs in Miami? Yeah. Let's start there. I don't understand why they're trying to say it's gangs in Miami starting fights. But what I can say is this, man. A lot of people got on their phone and they called 911 because they saw aliens. That's real. I saw 3 of them. So and I'm here to tell y'all. I'm here to tell y'all right now. That's real. So, and the footage that I have posted on my TikTok, you need to go over there and check that out.
I've seen it. It's the one from outside where there was the air shot for you, which went viral, and then there was your footage, which was from outside, kind of side on.
Right now, that's why I posted my footage, because I literally woke up and I seen that they had posted the air shot footage of this, and I was mind blown. I couldn't believe it. I was like, they just show aliens on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, really just showing it on TV. So when I see people was trying to say it's 3 cops, I said, oh man, boom. I posted the footage from my burner account. I did it that way first because, you know what I'm saying, I didn't want people to be like, you know, man, this is fake and all that. But once I seen in my burner account that people were stealing the footage, I posted it from my real account, and that's when it went how it went. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you're saying. And so to kind of go back to the very beginning.
All right.
So this was January 1st, right?
Yeah.
You're at Miami Mall, or is it Bayside Mall?
Yeah, but we don't even want to say the name. We just gonna say we was at a mall.
At a mall.
You know,
no
we were
problem.
outside. We were outside. You know, the whole people keep on thinking that this place has like a top on it. It doesn't have a top on it, so it's like a marketplace, like they say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so everybody was just chilling. Now, mind you, man, it was more than just black teens out there. I keep on saying that, man. It was a mixture of everybody out there having a good time. Like I said, everybody was chilling. And the first thing that I seen was a whole bunch of police. And I was trying to figure out what's going on with that. You know what I mean? Because it was like a bunch of them coming. And then the next thing I know, I hear people running and going. It's chaotic, just going crazy. And people are saying that they see aliens. It's aliens. But we were in the back, so we ran to the front And that's when you see my footage that I caught. And I do have more footage that I am going to drop. But like I said, man, I don't know how long they were actually out there, but I got like a good minute of it.
Wow. Okay, cool.
Soon as I, when it was me, my two cousins, and my homegirl, as soon as I came around the front, that's when I got that footage, man. And for all the people saying recorded with a potato and it's never clear footage, let's think, man. Why is everybody footage always the same? Now my phone does have a crack on it, but I mean, why is everybody footage always the same? This is bigger than aliens in Miami, man. This goes all the way back where I'm thinking is Roswell. Now I did talk to somebody last night. I had a real good conversation with somebody who explained to me what I saw. Like what I saw was 3 tall, dark figures walking down the street, and they faded out. And the only video clip that I haven't posted is them actually fading out. Now people were saying maybe they walked into a portal like that, but this is what I've been saying since day one. I think this is something about the ocean because it was black and shiny. Like people keep on saying it's a shadow, and that's how it looks on footage. But when I seen it, it just looks shiny. And the source that I talked to last night said that, man, these things come out of the ocean. I was asking them, well, why are they so tall? And they were saying, from where they're from, that's they're tall. That's where they're from. That's how they're made. Where they're from. Like, man, I'm just diving into this whole thing. Before I didn't have no knowledge on it, and my whole plan to do with my platform is to progress and build a community where we all can get more information and definitely get the government to say that they need to go ahead and disclose this thing, man. You got people like Jeremy Corbell and a lot of people who's already then came out and speaking upon this, man. So we just need to go ahead and boom, you know what I'm saying, get this over and done with, man. You know what I'm saying? So the world can move on. Like I said, the world is calling the aliens, so I'm going with calling aliens. You know what I'm saying? I can't say what they are. So when people in the comments telling me that's not aliens, whatever, man, I'm going with the world is already calling. But the world is already calling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All I know is that my footage is real. You have to go to Little Too Much 704. You have to subscribe to Hood TV Experts on YouTube, man. I'm telling you. And then this is something that I'm understanding too, man. If you go to any Apple Music, Spotify, or anything like that, type in King Sosa 8 a.m. in Charlotte. I'm also an artist. But what I'm gonna start doing is dropping audio of what I seen and stuff like that on audio, so it could be on Spotify and every platform like that, because my platform is very small right now.
All right, I'm not trying to promote your music career, bro. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell. So I'm gonna go to his thing and see if he's telling the truth. All right, let's see what this shows.
I think Willie is crazy.
What did he say?
He said he's been waiting on these aliens. He got something for him. And I'm trying to tell him right now, if he thinks his stuff has got anything on space weed, he's crazy.
What you talking about, Willis? Come on, Willard. Come on up here. It's the same video we already watched. Oh, wait. Does he have some? What is this shit? Man, this ain't good, no damn footage.
Willie said, my mama crazy. My mama is crazy, Willie.
Uh-oh. All right, we're going to check this out. What's up, Slam Shady?
Yo. What do you mean, what am I talking about? Aren't you guys talking about these fucking aliens?
Yes, yeah. We're talking about these effing aliens.
See? So I was talking about, like, I just personally think that, if it came down to hand-to-hand, these aliens ain't shit.
Willie, you can't fight with 10 full on your arms.
I can definitely fight. They better know how to fight. Now, again, if they have these, if their technology's 10 times better than ours, I can't do nothing with that.
All right, we're ready now.
What is that? Tinfoil hat?
Yes, you got to have a tinfoil hat.
Well, I saw the military's talking about it now, so it can't be too tinfoily.
Well, I'm gonna mute this and let us watch this here. This is other footage that came from that other thing. So I mean,
oh yeah,
these people are running. Like I would venture to say that these people are running because they're hearing gunshots, what they think are gunshots, to run like that. What the fuck is that?
Well, how come you don't hear it on that guy's video? He's standing right outside.
Right. Hold up. Let's see.
Dago, I don't know if you opened up the short that I sent you yesterday, the day before. That was footage of World War II in color, and the detail and the graphic is amazing, and the fact that all these alien videos look like they were filmed on a potato, that's what pisses me off. It's like
I agree.
just want a clear shot,
Yeah. Oh no, I agree. All right, look. What is this shit right here? This is, I'm guessing, what they're talking about. So hold up.
It looks like a weird thing running, but that's the thing. Let
me slow it back down.
That thing look freaky as hell.
Viele neue Videos zu dem Thema. Ich habe mich durch alle neuen Videos, Augenzeugenberichten und so weiter durchgewühlt.
What? Oh, hell no.
I'd snap that thing. I'd punch her right in the stomach.
Wait a minute. I'm going to swear here. I'm going to swear, guys. What the fuck is that supposed to be?
Dude,
look like my mama when she get out the shower.
This is ridiculous.
Wie Fakten recherchiert.
What do you mean, what is that, Dago?
Komplett aufzuklären.
What is... Wait.
Diese neuen Alien...
Listen, guys. We can... Look,
this isn't...
This is
that really...
This ain't what they were seeing.
No.
Okay. These are different videos that people are putting up. We can all get together right now and we can make the same shit, put it on the internet, and see how many hits we get on it, okay? It's that easy to do. But I did have to swear. I'm sorry, folks. Fucking Jenny Phillips. That was ridiculous. This is a whole different... I don't know why they...
Dude, let me tell you something. If that was real footage, I wouldn't be on this panel right now. I'd be loading up.
Really be in a hole in the ground somewhere with his gun in his hand.
Goddamn right. Dude, that thing? If you saw that run across the road, what are you doing? You coming live?
I'm running that bitch over.
Exactly. You're not sitting there like these people are like, oh, look, a cat.
I'd be running it over and backing it up and running it over again and running it over again and again and telling the people behind me to run that shit over too. So
I don't know.
By the way, Dago, I just want to say that you have a lot of cojones to come live again after that ass whooping your team took, man. And I'm sorry. You guys had a great run, but Jesus mighty, dude. That was tough.
You had to bring that up?
Yeah, I did, because my team's getting rocked too, so I'm with you.
That I ain't even talking about that shit. I was in a good mood, mother.
Hey man, if I have to be in a bad mood, so do you. I'm sorry.
So
anyway,
I will say something about that. There is something to be said for Dylan's statement, frozen, right? No, I feel like there's a good possibility that a lot of people don't get footage of shit like that because, all right, that night we were at the house and I'm like, what is that? And it was just creeping over the house. No blinking. Did either one of us say, I'm going to be right back. Let me get my phone? Hell no. You don't quit looking. You're like, what the fuck?
Okay.
And you watch it.
Wait a minute. Stop. All right. She saw a dude clad in black with bushy eyebrows, not some creepy ass 10-foot tall spider.
No, I know. But I'm saying, like, there is something to be said for the frozen part of it where you're like, I'm not moving.
The startled, it's like a startled.
No, I get that. I've always agreed with that. Okay,
but I think
but she did move. This is why I don't understand why, like everybody says, you know, because didn't she lock the door?
I'm trying to tell y'all, if you would listen, it is the same thing. It's the same principle. When you see something like that happen, you're going to stop and you're just going to stare at it. When did she move? After he went by. When would you move again? After what you were looking at was done moving.
Mm-hmm.
I would
That's
jump out of the car and try to catch that thing.
Molly's got her tinfoil hat on too, so we're good.
You are such
right,
a
so
liar. You would not do that.
What? Jump out? And
You
try
would
to
not
catch that
jump
thing?
out and try to rodeo clown.
I would too. That
Okay.
thing wasn't that big.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
So, Dago, this tall thing in Miami that was walking. Anybody follow it to see where it was?
Anybody what?
They probably walked off the green screen.
See, that's where I'm at with this shit. The only thing I can't get past, Molly, don't be talking about no makeup thing. You look perfectly fine. The tinfoil hat was great too.
Well, wait a second. Those two creatures we just saw, we can all agree that those weren't real.
Yeah.
No, that shit was crazy, bro. I don't know why that was even in
there.
This is here's the video itself. This is what Molly sent me. We'll look at it again because you weren't up here yet. So hold up.
Well, I saw the jellyfish thing from 2017, I think.
Yeah, we can look at that too.
I don't know what else they put out there.
What did Jules just say? Nah, I'm just gonna have a stroke and get it over with. I'll be right. And listen, guys, it's only because it's not normal for us. Okay, that's why it's something that's gonna scare us or freak us out if you think about it. If it was something we saw on a regular basis, it'd be like, oh look, there goes another one of them things. Let's go get some ice cream. Come on. You know what I mean? It's just that's what it is. Anything that we're not knowing, it's the way we're programmed, as Sarge likes to call it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, like if you ask people to draw what aliens look like, I just think it's going to be something completely different than what we think an alien actually looks like.
Hey, hold on, guys. I'll be right back. You're right. I agree with you, Billy.
I think they look like us.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if they come down, they look like us, and they just speak some kind of weird ass language? You know, like
here.
If they exist, I don't think they're. I don't know. I got a theory. If they're real, they're humans from a prior civilization.
On what planet?
Here.
What? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because
they were so technologically advanced. Exactly. Now they're out of here.
There's so many things.
Okay. Where the fuck they go?
Well, there's so many things that have been found and that cannot be explained.
What do you think? Where would they go?
Yeah.
Wait. Why would they leave? Why would they leave somewhere where like?
Because I'm with you, Cletus. Because they're advanced now, Willie. They started where we're at, and they have advanced so far. They don't need to be here no more.
Right. So
yeah, but my question is, if they were here, okay, and they're breathing oxygen, and they're living off the land. I mean, there's water. There's basically what you're saying. Why would they leave something where everything is on Earth? If we go to other planets, we can't sustain life on. We're trying to sustain life on Mars, but
why do we explore the solar system?
Right. That they become okay. This is
so. Where is the evidence of this technology, though?
Well, where's the evidence of the technology that they had back then that would build things that were basically immovable with technology that they had then, and it's really tough to.
So what are you talking about? The pyramids?
How did we get this technology so damn fast? Figure that out.
Well, the technology.
No, that's shit.
What?
I was saying.
I said, how did we get this technology so damn fast? From what we had.
Well, at first we had phone in a bag. We had pay phones. So you're telling me we got to a point where we were so technologically advanced, then we were just like, oh fuck it, we're going back to day one, and then people were trying to build shit with rocks.
They don't need that stuff anymore. They okay. I know where Cletus is going. Like I said.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what
they have become. Okay, you know what? Like, what's the word I'm thinking of here? Like when one of the theories of like the Big Bang Theory and where we started off from a fish and now we're this. Like, what is that theory called?
The theory of evolution.
Evolution. Okay, thank you. Evolution and evolving. Like evolution. At that point has evolved to the point where they've adapted and evolved everything. They don't need all that.
Yeah, shit. I understand that. I'm just saying I figure we would be an evolution of those individuals, not everybody left the earth and then we just started over. They didn't leave anybody behind to to stay here and procreate.
Let me finish my theory, and this is where it gets even crazier.
Sorry, I interrupted.
So, if they were that advanced, right? And bear with me here because this is going to get crazy. But if they were that advanced and time travel were actually proven to be possible, who's to say that they left?
Oh, God help me. I need to go smoke. I need to go smoke before you start talking about this shit.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, the laws of physics there are laws of science that are constantly broken, constantly proven wrong. We're only advanced as we've gotten. We'll continue to advance. We'll continue to expand our knowledge and our abilities.
Well, let me ask you: are you saying this is the future, or are you saying it's more of the past? Because I know they've done studies and stuff to where no, seriously, because you can actually time travel into the future. Like if you take a ship and however many light years a second and take off, you're going to age faster than I age here on Earth. So like time travel in the future is possible, but in the past, I think would be almost impossible, because that means if you stop your parents from meeting, you never exist, and that means everybody that you created never existed, and it just messes everything up. And that's why I think time travel is possible in the future, but not in the past. My opinion.
My fucking head hurts.
Why?
I see. So here's my problem with time travel. Okay,
it's time.
I get that, but so there's one thing that stays constant when you talk about time travel, and that is the Earth. If I get in my time travel machine right now and I go back to 1970, right, and I come back to right here, this spot, my house, it's got to be different. So what happens to the people?
I completely agree.
So what happens to me and him once I get here?
Well, that's why if you listen to me, I said that I think we can't go back in the past, but when it comes to the future, see, we make up time here. The 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, all that shit's made up. We made the clock, okay? But when it comes to time acts differently outside of our solar system, outside of our universe. So if somebody travels outside of our solar system and time is faster there, then yeah, they're essentially in the future. Because time's happening faster there than here. Now, going back in time, I don't think is possible by any means.
So think about this. Think about cryogenics, right? If it was possible to go into a cryogenic state and then be unfrozen, time would not seem to pass to you. You would go to sleep, you would wake up, it would be however long later. So the time is relative in that situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I listened to Neil, whatever his name is, and I've heard him explain it about, the future, but not the past. And he breaks it down really well. I like that guy. Neil something. I forget his last name. He's the
Grass Tyson.
Yeah.
Did you see Jules' comment where she said time doesn't...
that's true. That people they age slower in space.
No, not that one. The one before that, where she said time is created by humans for humans. Which, like, what?
Wait, what'd she say?
She said time. Hold up, back up here.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. So was money. Money's just. Remember, before you bartered with everything, now we have paper that we hand to people for shit.
Time doesn't exist. Period. It was created by humans for humans.
Exactly, and money doesn't either.
So time does exist. It's just the way that we count it was created by us and for us. The system for measuring it
and the calendar.
It does exist. It's a dimension, right?
Yeah, time exists. I think she's talking about like how we interpret time as far as like the clock and hours and minutes and shit like that. There is no hours, minutes, seconds. It's just time, and that's why I said I think time can move faster outside of our orbit or however the hell that shit works. I don't know physics and all that, so I'm not going to pretend to.
Interdimensionally, you mean?
Yeah,
outside of our dimension.
It's based on the sun.
Our time is basically based on a rotation cycle.
Yeah.
Right.
But just think of how small we are. Like, you know, all of us on this panel. Like, if we zoom out of our solar system and then zoom out again and zoom out again of our galaxy and zoom out again, just think of how small we are on a floating rock in the middle of the universe right now.
I know that shit's so scary. What if like tomorrow something went wrong and the gravity just went away and we all fucked off into space? Like,
that's what I mean. Everybody has a tinfoil hat on until shit's happening, and then it's like, oh damn! Like, what do you mean? Oh damn! Shit can happen any moment. We're a floating rock. Shit's not perfect. What the
well, like there was a theory about a black hole, and the black hole, like absorbing, sucking in everything that the planet and everything around us, and we're done. That's the end of it. And of course, The Simpsons did an episode about it too, so you know how that goes.
I haven't even smoked anything. I'm just talking from my opinion.
Look at Draw's. We could be inside of a shoebox instead of someone's closet.
And see, now she's talking about like the movie The Grinch. That movie bugged me out when it zoomed out and they were all on a snowflake, bro.
The Lorax, bro. When I watched that movie, I was like,
what were you saying, Riddler?
I said, y'all, ever seen them pyramids down in Central or South America?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, how does that concept? I mean, there's even pyramids in the United States. They're covered now with grass and stuff.
Yeah.
How does that concept and the ones in Egypt, and those two have never traveled back and forth to each other? How do we got the same concept there? And look at the weird looking creatures on that pyramids and some of them rocks down there. Central America or wherever it's located at.
I don't know. I just feel like if you take 30, 40 million people, you can do a lot of shit. If you take 5 million people, you can do a lot of shit. Like if everybody puts their mind to it, I just feel like you can do it. No matter how much we think it was impossible for them to do.
And you can do it even better.
I agree. That like when people talk about the pyramids, it's like, I mean, you had nothing to do all day.
Right.
Well, it's about how much you're willing to sacrifice to get what you want, right? And you're ruled by one entity. That entity doesn't care how many of you go in the process or what the cost is on you, right?
Well, maybe we're just lazy. We don't realize how hard they worked. I mean, look at what those dudes that film themselves in the jungle with like 2 sticks. They built like a swimming pool, a fountain with 2 sticks and some water. You know what I mean? Like imagine everybody back then. You have a couple thousand people doing this, couple thousand people doing that. Everybody's actually working together. We don't do that today. It's like it just doesn't happen.
Well, necessity is the mother of all invention, and I think that's a very true statement. And that's where my head goes with my whole theory about if aliens exist. It's not that they're aliens at all, but an advanced civilization, the remnants of it, brought forward to escape a cataclysm.
Or where they've already been here, done this, and moved forward, and it's just a continuance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So who's a hoax, Jules? What are you talking about? Who's a hoax?
Who's gonna tell Willie that those guys got caught being a hoax?
What guys?
I don't know what he meant by that. Whatever you were talking about, I think.
Well, I was talking about all the people who got together to build the pyramids.
Oh, yeah. See, that's what I've never, ever had. I look at it like this. Why are we so cocky as to believe that we are the only living thing in this entire universe? I mean,
hey,
I have no idea.
Don't group me into that. I don't think that. I really don't.
Yeah. It's like life can only form here. Life can't form anywhere else but on Earth. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, she's talking about those guys that built all them houses and shit.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I just watch them.
Shit, but I agree with that. No, dude, I mean, well, here, let me play this real fast. It's just sitting here, and then we can move forward from there.
Yeah, they probably bring like backhoes and shit when they cut the frames.
I agree with that. See, there it is, moving.
Oh, that person?
That's the thing. The alien in Miami. Look, watch. I like how they circled it so you can see it better.
And nobody wanted to go up to him face to face and talk to him with a camera.
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't do that.
Neither would I.
I'll go to it. I'd say peace, brother.
Yeah, I would definitely go up. You kidding me? I'd at least have some decent footage.
I actually might go up to it and try to kick it in the kneecap.
That's what I'm saying. I go up and blast it and ask questions later. What are they gonna do? Arrest me for killing an alien?
I try to catch
Like,
it.
snap you and you'll explode. Why? Nope.
Because if he was a bad guy, he would already done what he was going to do.
Maybe.
Well, that's what I take at. That's why I don't see this whole alien thing as a big deal, because I've always believed that there's other life forms out there, and you figure if they have the technology to, that's so much more advanced than we have, and all this kind of shit. If they were going to do something, I think they were, they would have done it by now, right? Like, what are they waiting for? If they know they could take us over,
we also don't know that they haven't.
What do you mean?
We also don't know that they haven't done what they were going to do.
Well, what I don't understand is how our government could say that, they're not going to come out and say they 100% exist, but yet we have like organizations built for UAPs and I hate that word. I'm going to say UFOs, but for UFOs and shit. So we have like, organizations for this shit, but yet they say, oh, they don't exist. Then why are you doing all this stuff? Why are you covering this up, hiding this, hiding that? Why not just show us?
You want my other theory? If they're not real, you want my theory as to why they do that?
Mm.
So if you notice, the big push around UFOs and everything started around Roswell, right? That's the big attention. Everything goes back to Roswell, 1947, 2 years after the end of World War II, right in the middle of Operation Paperclip, where we're bringing German scientists and doctors over to this country, one of which being the guy that ran NASA and developed the V2 rocket. They had extremely advanced technology at that time.
Yeah, the Germans were far ahead of everyone. And when Patton finally got into Germany, there's a couple things he discovered, but one of the shocking things was a hangar, and inside of it were aircraft that we're just now using today.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
like the B-2, those type, the flying wing and flying saucer. And if Hitler could have kept his forces together another 7 months to a year, it'd be a different world today. He had the scientists.
Thank God he didn't.
You better believe it. He had the technology. He had the scientists. He had everything he needed there. But what was blocking it? Some of that, from what I've read, some of them scientists were stalling to keep him and to prevent him from having he had a dirty. I don't want to say the B word, but he had a dirty version of it. He didn't have what we had in Japan.
Riddler, you're into history, right? You like history?
Oh, I love it.
Dude, I'm gonna send you the clip that I sent Dago, and I want you to check out this channel. I don't know how they did it, but they took clips from World War II, and they're in color, and the picture is like immaculate, dude. And there's dogfights in the skies. It's dude, I'm gonna send it to you, and you're not even gonna believe it. The footage is absolutely amazing, man. Just to see what, like when they were shooting the trains, the German train and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the pilot approaches a train and then shoots it, blows it up, and then drives right through where the train had blown. Dude, it was crazy.
It's pretty wild. It is pretty wild.
You saw that, Dago? Did you open it, Dago?
Yeah, I did.
Dude, holy shit! But that was war. Today you have, you could be sitting there, fucking texting, and you have a drone drop a grenade in your lap, and boom, you blow up, you're dead. Like, that's so gay. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even like, hand to hand real shit. You got to watch out for these drones and shit now, and supersonic, whatever the hell they want to shoot now. It's weird.
Everything is smart and laser.
Exactly. So it doesn't really matter how many people you have. It matters how good your technology is.
Well, we have this too, you guys. This isn't Miami, but I want to show you guys this too real quick. This is something that's relatively new as well. Hold up. And please excuse Banfield because I can't stand her, but she's who's leaving.
Oh, God.
All right, here we go.
Nick Pope. He's a UFO investigator who formerly... significance of these latest videos is Nick Pope. He's a UFO investigator who formerly advised the British Defense Ministry on all things related to the unexplained objects that sometimes we see in the sky. Nick, thank you for being here. So the last time there were groundbreaking videos, there was just death silence, right? And then there was an explosion, a cacophony of noise that led to the congressional hearing. So I feel like we may be in that lull right now, the calm before the storm. But what are your thoughts?
Well, it's very interesting, the timing, because actually this coming Friday,
What is that, y'all?
Bug guts. It's bug guts on the outside globe of a camera. The outside housing, in my opinion.
That does make sense.
It does look like a shit stain. And it doesn't move. That's the one thing I don't like. It don't change shape or nothing.
Yeah, but it's moving.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't like it itself is not moving. It's just moving in solid fashion straight across.
Yeah, but did you hear the eyewitness that was on on the military base?
Yeah, the about it going in the water.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only
well,
thing
I think he was on News Nation, right?
Yeah, he was. That's the only thing that makes me go, well, why in the hell didn't y'all release footage of that?
Well, that's why I think that, if Cletus is correct about what he was saying, that, they may already be here or they were already here back then. Not only are there parts of the universe that we haven't explored, but there's also parts of the ocean that we can't get to. So, who's to say that they didn't find a way to be able to live, at depths that we can't get to? That's a possibility, right?
Well, my wife has always said that with when you see like aquatic life that lives in those areas, the fish that have lights growing out of their heads and shit like that.
But dude, look at a jellyfish. You ever see a jellyfish, how it like changes its colors where like every time it creeps over something?
Right. That's what I'm saying. They do look like something's not right. Okay. So
yeah.
They're
imagine an octopus, right? Imagine an octopus 8 or 9 feet tall, or 20 feet tall. Like, imagine what that thing could do, and changing its colors and shit like that. And that's why I think that it's not far-fetched to think that, there are creatures out there that can do that, but still communicate and have the comments, the sense that we have right now to build shit and do stuff.
Well, the lizards here in Florida, or the geckos, chameleons, whatever you want to call them, they change colors. They go from brown to green, and back to brown.
Mm-hmm. But if you actually research how an octopus does that, from every single one of its things that has I forget what they're called, but all of them act and mimic what they like what they're touching. It's incredible. It really is. And how they can contort their bodies to fit in the smallest space that you can think of, and they just whoop right through it. I'm telling you, they're amazing creatures.
Good fighters too.
Yeah.
They'll tear up sharks.
I ain't messing with them, dude, with the ink and shit like that. Hell no. I think they do the ink or the squid. Whoever does the ink, I ain't fucking with them either.
Them teeth they got inside of them.
Yeah, man. Like I said, if they were 10, 15 feet, 20 feet, they'd be they'd rule the waters. They'd swallow sharks. They'd swallow whales. Things are scary. And they got 8 ass legs you got to worry about. However many they have, 6.
8.
8.
8 long legs and 2 big salty tears when he cries.
Yeah, bitch is like a spider.
Makes his home in the bottom of the sea.
Sea spider.
Can you guess what this might be? Remember that old nursery rhyme?
I don't.
I'm a little younger than you, Reds.
A lot younger, huh?
By the way, I was going to call you, but the game was approaching, and
that's right. Yeah, you can call him.
I'm trying to keep my mind off of it because I know it's not going well. I don't want to think about it.
So when did this stuff in Miami happen?
What?
It was New Year's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of Miami, just south of Miami is a place called Coral Castle. And it's one of the best kept secrets in America, but it's a tourist spot now. But it's near Homestead. But Leonard Nimoy, he did speaking of creatures, he did a documentary on it when he was doing that In Search Of.
Oh, Spock, yeah.
Yeah, back in the 70s, yeah. But there's quite a few of them on YouTube. But this guy builds a whole castle by himself, and he says he knows and the guy's only like 5'4" and 145 pounds.
I know.
Yeah, we watched that.
And he knows how to make things levitate, he claimed.
Yep.
And he got beat up one day, so he moved it further north of this castle by himself.
Well, Miami was New Year's. This is from 2 days ago in Brazil. More 10-foot tall creatures spotted on a hilltop. Okay, so watch this.
Você consegue captar as vibrações. Vem até nós. Só não vem à noite.
Mano, pior que mexe esquisito demais.
Look at his arms.
Você consegue captar as vibrações. Vem até nós. Só não vem à noite.
Mano, pior que mexe esquisito demais.
It's just my mother.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think it's kind of strange that this shit
but here's my question. There you go. Why does that video then end right there? Why aren't these people approaching and they get closer and closer and it gets clearer and clearer and we can see what the hell that thing was? You know what I mean?
I mean, I understand the potato phone scenario. I get it all. I agree with you, bro. Like, why? Because it's there's no. I mean, it seems like they're doing it just enough.
It's kind of like Bigfoot.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. But this is another version of that. Okay, hold up. I just think it's kind of funny that all of this is starting to happen over the past year or so. A better picture there. Come up here too, George. We'd all love to hear from you. We've been up here in a while anyway. Take that link and come on up, girl.
How come that one in the back don't move?
I don't see, like I said, like, it makes me wonder if, listen, if you're going to believe in this kind of stuff or believe that it could be happening, like, it's almost like a preempted, get ready for some shit, folks. It's coming, like, thing. You know what I mean? Like, it could be, in a sense.
My only problem with that footage, honestly, is that we don't really have good points.
There's no depth perception, right?
Yeah. So
that's the biggest problem.
I wish that there was, right? I really do, because there's enough oddities with it that it's interesting. But it's just that one lacking piece, right?
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Good shit. She's coming up too. It's been a while since she's been up here.
Damn it.
What it is? I'm ready to call. Sound. Hold up, unknown. Hold up. Excuse me, guys. I don't know. It just if it's real, like I said before, how do we know that like this shit ain't been going on for? Okay, let's go back to something, guys. Do you guys remember Doc? Or yeah, I don't know, Doc Draw Latina. Do you remember this scenario too? Back in the, I'll find it for you guys here while I'm thinking of it. There was supposedly, the way they explained this, an alien that worked at the White House.
At what?
He worked for the government.
Oh yeah, I know what.
Yeah, real. He named himself something Valiant Thor, I think it was. Yeah, that was his name.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this dude worked for the government at some point, the CIA. Okay. Let me find it here. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Which is where the whole part of where the Men in Black thing came from, and not Paul. Not Paul. Hold on, let me find this. Okay, so this is back in the days when I ain't gonna be able to show much of this because the History Channel has it and stuff like that. But like President Eisenhower, I want you guys to see this because this shit is coming from like, where's it at? American Horror Story did one of their shows on it. I don't know if you guys follow that show.
Is it when the aliens visited the White House?
Yes. And then this one dude ended up working for the government through the White House and the Pentagon. Where the hell is it though? And he named himself Valiant Thor.
I can tell you a YouTube channel that did a whole he did a whole episode on him.
Oh, okay.
The Y Files.
The Y Files?
Yeah, the Y Files, yeah.
Have you never seen that, Diego?
What?
The Y Files.
I think I have. Hold on a minute.
Oh, it's like the best show ever.
Is it like a big circle with like a red circle with like W?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, hold on a minute. Let me show you guys this. This is based on like government stories and shit like that. And again, I can't say that I believe it, but this dude supposedly existed and was working alongside President Eisenhower, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Where's it at? Right, so there's the Y Files. Whoa! Good God, bro!
I swear I can't have anything good in my life.
Okay, do you know what it's called, Cletus?
I swear he named it Valiant Thor.
Cletus,
can you hear me?
You guys still there? Oh, I turned you down, derp.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. It was my fault. Do you know what the episode might have been called?
I think it was called Valiant Thor.
-30.
It's cold here too. Hold up. All right. Yeah, I see. These kind of shows are cool. I like doing this stuff. It's a good break from the real deal. I don't see it in here. Damn it. Yeah, I've watched this stuff because when I was covering the Mothman back in the day, he did an episode on the Mothman thing. I actually went to where that happened at and went over that bridge. And all that shit.
We've been there.
Yeah, I'm not far from there. That stuff got to me a little bit. I was kind of like, wow, it's pretty wild. I can't find it. Come on.
Hold on. I'm gonna send you a link. Yeah, I found it. You hear me, Dago?
Yes, ma'am. You've been just throwing back chat.
I am.
All right, cool. Because I couldn't find it for save my life. Now, all the other stuff that he's got on here, there's some real shit that actually happened. The Philadelphia experiment. Does anybody know anything about that?
Yeah.
I know about the Philadelphia bombings.
I love this show because this dude talks to his fish.
Oh my god, heckle fish.
A fish kills me. I'm telling you, it's hilarious. You got to check the show out, guys. If you haven't seen it. All right. Okay, here we go. This footage, like I said, it's coming from the Y files. And Hecklefish over here, and this dude, they talk about this all the time. But this is about the story about the alien that supposedly works for the government, United States government. Okay.
Field in Alexandria, Virginia. 2 local police officers arrived on the scene. The door of the craft slowly opened. The officers drew their guns, not sure what to expect. To their surprise, out walked a normal-looking guy. He smiled at the stunned officers and...
Hold on a second. Hold up. Hey, Preston, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. You better be being good for Grandma. Thanks for watching, bud.
Actually waved hello. And before the policeman could say a word, the stranger said in clear English, "I need to see the president." 9 months after this event, NASA was founded. This is the story of what happened in between. This is the story of Valiant Thor. And if you don't know this one, hold on tight. We're going on a hell of a ride. In the fall of 1957, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1 and 2, the first man-made satellites to go into orbit. This caught the United States off guard. The American population was terrified that the Russians could launch an attack from space. The American military was embarrassed at Russia's superior technology. President Eisenhower demanded action. On January 31st, 1958, the United States responded by attempting to launch the Vanguard satellite. It exploded shortly after takeoff.
Oh, boy.
The space race was not going well for the Americans. The president asked Congress to establish an agency to direct American activities in space. And in July of that year, NASA was created. Although the Russians had more space achievements for the next few years, it didn't take long for the U.S. to catch up with and surpass the Soviet Union. This couldn't have been done without NASA and the leaps forward in technology that NASA provided. NASA helped create Velcro, freeze-drying, foam mattresses, solar cells, smartphone cameras, even the Bowflex. NASA owns over 2,600 patents and is credited with over 2,000 commercial products derived from their technology. And these NASA-provided leaps forward happened fast. A more suspicious person might say they happened a little too fast. The story of Valiant Thor might provide a few answers. Valiant Thor, a man from another world, agreed to share the technology of his people with the United States. But Valiant Thor would want something in return. On the morning of March 16, 1957, Harley Andrew Byrd, the nephew of the legendary Admiral Richard Byrd, is in his office at the Pentagon, and he's a high-ranking official working for Project Blue Book, the top-secret military program that studied UFOs from 1952 to 1969. Around 8:30 a.m., Byrd receives a panicked call from the Alexandria Police Department. Officers are on their way to the Pentagon right now with a visitor.
That's an understatement.
A few minutes later, the police car pulled up to the Pentagon. The Secretary of Defense, Charles Wilson, and 6 of his staff are there to meet the stranger. Out of the car steps a tall man with brown hair and an easygoing manner. He looks completely normal, except he's wearing a silver and gold jumpsuit.
You like Elvis.
The stranger is ushered into an elevator that goes to the basement of the Pentagon. And from there, an underground train takes the group of men.
So, did you guys see me when I said hello to Preston? Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if she saw it because it looks like she put it in again. I might be wrong, but okay.
To the White House. They're taken directly to the Oval Office, where President Eisenhower is waiting. The president asks the stranger his name. Valiant, he replies, or Val. Where do you come from, Val? Eisenhower asks. I come from the planet your Bible calls the morning and evening star. Venus? Asked the president. Yes, sir. Eisenhower asks for proof, and Val offers to show the president his ship. Eisenhower asks that they sit and talk for a while first. Val says that Earth has been quietly observed for thousands of years, but with the invention of the atomic bomb, Val's people decided to intervene. Val was sent by the High Council, which represents a governing body that spans many planets and many intelligent species. kind of like the Star Trek Federation. And Val says the High Council can help solve a lot of the Earth's problems and is offering assistance. The president asked Val to stay at the Pentagon as his guest, and Val agreed.
Now, guys, here's my thing with this. And, the way he tells the story is a little bit different than I read it, but I read it in a very serious fashion in the way it came out. And it really made you, it really gave you, like, it made you believe that our technology that was rushed along, because we went from, like, being cavemen, basically, to having cell phones. Like, when a very short period of time, when they show how things evolved from way long time ago to the point where they were at that point, it took forever until they hit this point here where this dude shows up, supposedly. And then all of a sudden, whoosh, we have all this new shit. You know what I mean? It really, the timeline that they give in the book that I read this out of really was like, I was like, damn, that makes some sense in a way. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind as they're showing, explaining this. This is just a fun way to watch this. That's why I like this guy. I appreciate you throwing this idea up here, Cletus. This is such, where are the photos? Yeah, I agree, Draw.
The president also asked Val to join him at a meeting at Howard Menger's house in High Bridge, New Jersey. Now, this was a small gathering of researchers and scientists who advised the president on UFO matters. Val again agrees. He would also like to bring along the rest of his crew. And at that meeting, something unexpected happened. But we're very fortunate that it did. A young Air Force photographer named August Roberts took pictures of Val and his crew. Since Val and his crew would be wearing normal human clothes for the meeting, the military wanted to examine and test the spacesuit that he wore. They called it the miracle garment. Now, though it had fabric enough to cover a 6-foot-tall man, it weighed only 6 ounces, including a pair of boots. It was also indestructible. They shot it with guns, poured acid on it, used a laser, even a diamond-tipped drill. Not only could they not pierce the fabric, they couldn't even make a mark on it.
Oh, hang on.
What?
You got pictures of aliens, but you want to talk about fabric?
I'm just giving background.
And you wonder why the algorithm hates the channel. This is why. Get to the weird stuff.
Fine. These are the pictures taken at Howard Menger's house at the meeting in High Bridge, New Jersey. These are photos of Val and the other members of his crew, Don, Jill, and Tanya.
Those names don't sound very
Venusian.
What'd I say?
At this meeting, Val told the president how they could help solve world hunger, cure disease, and end all war, but they needed all countries with nuclear weapons to disarm. Eisenhower politely said that mankind just wasn't ready for such drastic changes. That's when Val realized he couldn't accomplish his mission alone. He needed someone from Earth who was open-minded to help him convince the leaders of the world. That person would spend the next 3 years working closely with Valiant Thor, and his name was Dr. Frank Stranges. Dr. Frank Stranges was a well-known UFO researcher, author, and theologian. He had PhDs in psychology, philosophy, and criminology. One day, Frank receives a call from a very excited August Roberts, the photographer at the High Bridge gathering. He got these photos of aliens but doesn't know what to do with them. Now, Frank is fascinated by the photos and starts using them in his lectures. And after giving a talk in Washington, D.C., Frank is signing copies of his books and chatting with guests. A woman introduces herself as Nancy Warren. She looks around, and while holding up a Pentagon ID card, she quietly asks if Frank wants to meet the man in those pictures. Of course, he jumps at the chance. And the next morning, Frank arrives at the Pentagon and is taken to Val's quarters. The door opens. Val extends his hand, gives a warm smile, and says, "Hello, Frank." Val knows everything about him. And they chat for a while, and Val says he needs Frank's help. Frank wants to know why he, of all people, gets this honor. Val says that Frank had an open mind, was constantly talking to people, and was also a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna have to stop you right here. How did we get from Venus to Jesus?
Well, Frank Stranges was a Christian evangelist. He preached that Jesus and the angels are actually extraterrestrials, and there are references to UFOs in the Bible.
This goldfish kills me. But what he just said there, I've seen a whole lot of writings and readings on stuff like that. I'm not saying I believe that. Okay. I'm just saying the hieroglyphic drawings and stuff that have been seen from old Egypt and stuff like that kind of make some sense in some senses. Thank you, Doodle. And yes, guys, we finally hit 100 likes. Thank you, guys. You're awesome.
Got anything else?
No. This story is wow. Let me. You know what? I better wait. Just keep going.
So, Valiant Thor's mission is to save mankind, specifically to help mankind return to God. Val asks Frank to help spread this message. In exchange, Val will share all the wonders of the universe with the human race. And though this meeting is a short one, Val reveals a lot of information. He confirms that there is intelligent life on other planets, many other planets, and there are more solar systems in the universe than we could even dream of. And over the next few years, Val works with the United States government and agrees to share some of his technology.
NASA.
Right, and Valiant Thor's mission officially begins.
Now, just so you guys know, there is another version of this story that was put out. It's the same story. Thank you, Doodle. Again, anybody that's donated to these links here to help support the channel, thank you so very much. It's definitely not expected, folks, but I definitely do appreciate it. It keeps my bills paid and it keeps me rolling. So thank you very much. It was written, it is where another person's interpretation of this was that Val or Valiant Thor was an angel that came down from the heavens to help humanity to find good again in people. The only problem that I had with that side of the story and that version of the story was the technology thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that would come into play, but it is what it is. It's however you think of it, I guess. But
no, I mean, I kind of think technology is almost a situation where it society as a whole reverts, right? It goes back. It goes the wrong way.
Yes, sir. I can agree with that. It makes a lot of sense. That's why I like talking to Cletus, because he's so intellectual.
Well, we become worse people too.
Say again.
We become worse people too.
That's what I'm saying.
Because,
yeah.
And if you think about it, maybe he's trying to help us by making Jesus come back.
Could be.
I'm just saying.
Could
if
be.
You look at, that was kind of the plot theory to the religious version of this story. Yes, that's basically what you just said in a nutshell. It's kind of funny that you said that, actually. Yes, Doc, the alien spoke English like nothing. As they'll get into it here in a minute, and I'll show you actual pictures of this guy here soon too.
As the years went on, Val confided in Frank Stranges about some of the extraterrestrial activity happening on Earth.
Example?
Well, there are communication devices hidden in homes around the world. And today, some of these homes are in Reno, San Diego, Los Angeles, and Geneva. And the equipment is a holographic communicator. Whoever you're speaking with appears to be in the same physical room as you are. And Frank saw one of these devices in use and couldn't believe it. This equipment allows communication between bases on Earth, between ships, and with the home base ship that's orbiting the planet. And during this time, Val's work with President Eisenhower is not going well. A few times, Val convinces the president to convene a meeting of the United Nations to begin the process of Earth joining the intergalactic community. But every time this comes close to happening, the CIA or Department of Defense interferes. They feared that if Val's message gets out, too many people will follow it. And this would threaten America's military supremacy. And they shut the president down. And President Eisenhower actually gave us a hint that this was happening. In his farewell address in 1961, just a year after Val's mission ends, Eisenhower warns against the establishment of a military-industrial complex and that creating a weapons industry would be dangerous, that they would become too rich and too powerful.
Yeah, he was right on the money with that one.
He sure was. And remember, Eisenhower was the armiest army guy on the planet. He was the supreme commander of the Allied forces in World War II. He was elected president because he was a war hero. But here he was saying we can't allow weapons and war to become a profitable business. And colleagues of Eisenhower, like General MacArthur, thought this speech was crazy, especially with the Soviet Union becoming so powerful. But Ike meant it.
Yeah, I like Ike.
Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore. So Val's 3-year mission came to an end in 1960 and was not a success. But that wouldn't be the last time we hear from Valiant Thor. Even though his relationship with Val changed his life for the better, Frank Strange's experiences weren't all positive. After giving a lecture in Germany, his food was poisoned and he nearly died. Val appeared with the antidote and a warning for Frank: watch your back. A few years later, Frank is on his way to meet Val when he's shoved in the back of a car. He's taken out to the desert and nearly beaten to death until Val and Don show up. And on his honeymoon, Frank and his wife are run off the road by a mysterious black car. Frank's neck and hips are broken. He almost dies in the hospital, but Val shows up and heals him instantly. He walked out of the hospital that day in perfect health. But the most important event in Frank's life happened in June 1968. Val tells Frank to fly to San Diego. There's something he needs to see. Val picks up Frank in the airport and they drive south toward Mexico, cross the border, and finally stop at a little town called San Felipe. They park the car behind a restaurant and walk a rocky path down to the beach. And that's when Frank saw it. A 300-foot-long, 21-foot-tall silver saucer hovering just on top of the water.
Whoa!
Val looked at Frank, pointed at the spacecraft, and asked, "Want to see?" The interior of the spaceship is enormous. It doesn't look scientific, more like a resort. There's a library, a gym, dining hall, and media rooms. After getting a tour, Frank is shown to his room. He says the floor feels like a thick cloud, and with every step, the surface conforms to the shape of his foot. And there are no corners or right angles anywhere. Everything feels organic and peaceful. Frank settles in and has one of the most restful nights of sleep of his entire life. In the morning, Val takes Frank back to the San Diego airport. As the years pass, Frank adds these experiences to his lectures, trying to spread Val's message. And in 1967, he publishes the book Stranger at the Pentagon, which documents all of Frank's time with Val. Now, I'll link to the book below. You can buy it on Amazon, but I'll also link to
That's the book that I read, you guys, when I found this story out.
Okay.
a place where you can read it for free. The book has more pictures of Val, flying saucers, all kinds of strange things. And Frank breaks down the technology that they have, types of propulsion, anti-gravity, all kinds of stuff. Frank even includes a diagram of the spaceship. And though Frank Strange has passed away a few years ago, Valiant Thor is still here. As we speak, his ship Victor 1 is parked and cloaked on the shore of Lake Mead, east of Vegas. And several thousand people are aware of Val and Victor 1, including about 2,000 government employees. A few scientists have even been on board. And the book ends with a message from Val. In short, he says we should be kind to one another, be open-minded, and spend more time in the service of others. Treat people as you'd like to be treated. Val is describing the golden rule. It's nice to know the golden rule applies no matter what planet you're on. So if you're watching this and have access to one of those communication devices, do us a favor and let Val know we need him more than ever. Valiant Thor is probably the most requested topic on this channel, and it's easy to see why. It's a story rich with characters and action and a positive message.
And here comes the bot. He ruins the story.
But is it true? Well, let's start with Harley Andrew Byrd, the man working for Project Blue Book at the Pentagon. He says he's Admiral Byrd's nephew. I'll post a link to Admiral Byrd's genealogy below. The Admiral did have 4 nephews, none named Harley Andrew, but could the genealogy be wrong? Sure, doubtful, but it could be. But if Harley really was in the Pentagon in 1957, that would mean he had top secret clearance as a teenager. Okay. Another believer is Laura Eisenhower, great-granddaughter of the president himself. Now, she claims she was recruited to go to Mars in 2006. UFO disclosure is coming and that Valiant Thor is real. But is she credible? Well,
now you all do know Elon Musk is the only one working on, well, he's heading up this whole colonizing the planet Mars, right?
That's because Elon Musk is the head alien.
Colonizing. Sorry. Yeah, I've heard that too. Actually, Clue, it's funny. Here's another link, Jules. Whenever you feel like jumping, I don't want to have you go looking for it in the chat, but there's another one. But yeah, like there's a whole project in the works supposedly about colonizing Mars with us. Just something else to keep in mind.
Well, that really depends on your personal beliefs. She's an intuitive astrologist, a global alchemist, cosmic mythologist, a guardian of the organic ascension timeline, and an opener of natural stargates.
It's a hell of a resume.
Yeah, it's a lot. But if we really are in the danger that she claims, we need all the cosmic warriors we can get. But what about Dr. Frank Strange's? Here's where things get messy. First of all, the entire story of Valiant Thor comes from Strange's book, Stranger at the Pentagon, which was released in 1967. But Val arrived 10 years earlier. And during that time, Frank published other books on UFOs and even produced a couple of documentaries about UFOs and aliens. No mention of Valiant Thor in all that time.
Well, maybe he was waiting for the right time to tell the story.
Maybe, but we have to consider the messenger. Frank claimed to have 3 PhDs from 2 colleges. Well, one of those colleges doesn't exist, and the other doesn't offer PhDs and never has. He says he was the deputy director of the California State Marshal Association, but there's no such thing. The book itself is basically a retelling of the day the Earth stood still. I come in peace, take me to your leader, nuclear weapons are bad, the hero and the alien become friends. It's exactly the same. But Frank made it very, very religious. Everything in the book is God's will, the power of Christ, all that stuff. But Frank was a preacher, a Christian evangelist, so this is to be expected. He traveled the country giving lectures about UFOs and their connection to God and the Bible. Stranger at the Pentagon is a book about spreading the word of Christ. If the story isn't real, this is a genius way to get non-believers interested in Christianity.
Adding aliens can improve any story.
Agreed.
Well, what about the pictures of the aliens? Are those real?
That I don't know. They could be pictures of an alien crew advising the President of the United States. Or they could be pictures of random people at a backyard barbecue. Nobody's come forward claiming to know anyone in the photos, so we can't prove them, but we can't debunk them either. And look, this story is way out there, but in the 40 years he spent giving lectures about Valiant Thor, Frank's story never wavered. And ever since then, many people have sprung up claiming to know Valiant Thor or even be Valiant Thor. Val has his own author page on Amazon, so he writes books now. Now, do I believe Jesus was an alien? No. Do I believe...
Thank you, Riddler. Sorry you got to leave, brother. I appreciate you. You know, you're welcome to come back anytime, okay?
Bye, Riddler.
See you, Riddler.
All right.
Bye, everyone. I enjoyed it. Always had fun, and you guys wised me up again. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure, brother. Thank you. Here she comes. Oh, man. Welcome, Miss Jules. Think. Are you here? Jules. Where'd she go? There she is. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
There she is. What's up?
Hey, not much. I'm surprised my kid went to bed so early. I don't really know what to do with my life the rest of the night.
You can hang out with us crazy people.
Yeah, I like all this stuff. I like looking at all this stuff.
We're doing it tonight. There's more, plenty more. Let me finish this up real quick.
Believe the story of Valiant Thor? Not at all. But Val's message of being kind and spending more time in the service of one another, having an open mind, these are things I do believe in. We all should. And that's the irony of the story. The more you ridicule Valiant Thor, it turns out the more you need him.
And there it is. So that was the whole Valiant Thor thing, so on and so forth. What was this link you threw in the chat, Clue? Or was this the link you guys gave me for this? No, this was that other thing.
That's the video.
Yep. Gotcha. Okay. Anyway, so had you ever heard that story, Jules, about that Valiant Thor thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured. Like I said, I think American Horror Story actually did one of their seasons about it too. What's up, Proud Mary? Good to see you. So yeah, I mean,
yeah, wasn't there another instance sort of like that? Like, I don't know if it was like an alien guy, but wasn't there an instance where this guy like apparently ran off of like one of the bases or whatever in Roswell and went to like a payphone and called some radio station and was like saying all this crazy stuff about the aliens and stuff, and then he disappeared? I remember my dad telling me about that a long time ago.
Yeah, there was a YouTuber that was doing, I can't remember his name. He has since disappeared, but he was in Nevada. I think it was Nevada, and he was driving on whatever the main run through Vegas, Nevada, and all that is, out into the mountains areas. Okay, and he's on his camera, and up on the hill you can see something going on up on top of this mountain, and he's like, "What is that? What is this? What's up, Harsh? Good to see you, bud." It's 3:53 a.m., but I like it. Good to have you here, brother.
What's up, bro?
So, and he goes and he looks at this. He goes up that way. He follows up into the mountains and so on and so forth. And it turns into this big whole mystery thing. And then the dude just disappeared. So I'm looking at this. I followed this whole thing.
Wait, are you talking about the guy that saw like something like giant up there and he was trying to go back and then he like retracted his story and people were like, oh, his body language is weird and then he's gone? Yes, bro.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, that was off, like way off. And the dude is standing like doing his retraction video, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he like somebody's filming it, or he's got the camera on a tripod or something. And he keeps doing shit like,
yeah,
like
everybody was reading his body language
or whatever. It was creepy as I mean, I caught one video, and then I was like, "What is this?" And I had to go all the way back and check out the whole thing, follow it to the end, and then poof, he's gone. And I ain't seen nothing from this dude since.
I heard he died.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I read articles saying that he was like he actually passed away, and I was like, bro, wait a minute, wait.
Yep, that is what happened. He reappeared, and then he did the whole retraction thing. He was crazy about it, he called, and then he died like weirdly.
But that's what that other video reminded me of those two 10-foot so-called 10-foot creatures. That's what it might reminded me of, his story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. I got you. Wait a minute. Is this the one? This was a very strange story. And I couldn't tell if the dude was like, I kind of thought after I watched it, this was the whole point in this. Like, he did this all for, like, clout or whatever you want to call it, views, whatever you want to call it. And then just, he got what he wanted to do done, and he disappeared. Mm-hmm. But then it said he died. So I was like, well, shit. I don't know, but let me see if this is the same. I can't find. Nope. Hold on a minute here. Did you say you saw that too, Clue?
Yeah, but fiance and I were saying that we thought it got debunked.
Yeah, I could swear we watched a show about where they went into a deep dive of that and like went back to the place where he said he saw it on the mountaintop, and they debunked it, but I can't remember.
Okay.
I remember that too. I remember that. I remember people going pretty deep into it, and I remember videos of them saying, "Oh no, there's no way this is real," and like showing proof. But then his retraction video and him just dying kind of just kept it going.
Mm-hmm. But see, the things like that make you wonder. Like, this is it right here, I think.
What about the hole?
The what now?
The hole.
Which one?
So there was this, you guys, you may remember it, but this guy lived out in like Neverland, and there was this well, like an old well, but it was like a hole.
I just talked about that like last week.
Threw things in it.
Is they found him, he went there and he had a channel, and he found this well or whatever, like a mine. It was a mine, I think. And he went back because all his followers said go back, and all they found when they went looking for him was his phone laying inside there on some table.
Oh, you're talking about the guy that was supposed to be looking for the M-shaped cave?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, I just rewatched that. Yeah, I've been knowing about that for a minute. That's creepy.
But that's still not the one I'm talking about. The one I'm talking, that is a good one though, but the one I'm talking about, we watched it. It was like this farmer guy.
Are you talking about where what he would throw in the well would appear elsewhere?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What?
Yeah, like you throw it in one spot and it'd pop up somewhere else, like way far away. Yeah, it was weird. I know what she's talking about.
And then they did something like, he came home one day and the place was surrounded by like helicopters and military people, and they just leveled the place and filled the hole in.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. No, I never heard of that. So I think this is the guy. This
be a giant? A TikToker is rumored to have passed away after posting a strange video.
Yep,
That's him, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know if the rest of you guys have seen this. This is a little weird.
Of an
though.
alleged giant on a mountain in Canada, sparking rumors that the CIA got to him to cover up the story. In April 2022, Canadian TikToker Andrew Dawson posted a video of a strange, tall shape on top of a mountain in Vancouver. The details are shaky, but Dawson insists to the skeptical driver that it's a giant man.
The person standing there. No, it's not. Dude, have you seen what I've seen right now?
The video gained millions of views and set Dawson on a giant hunt that would last weeks. He went back to the mountain multiple times, but the giant was never seen again, only making him more determined to spot it. Things got weird when Dawson was pulled over by who he claims was the CIA.
I just got stopped by like some CIA agent. He told me to turn around, said I'm trespassing. I said it's a public area.
He posted several videos showing the alleged CIA blocking access to the mountain. In one video, helicopters are seen flying around the mountain as if searching for something. In another, strange lights are seen in the sky that he suggests could be a UFO, writing, "Did the thing on the mountain go home?" Before long, the agents allegedly started to stalk Dawson. He posted a video of a black car parked outside his home. When he goes out to confront the driver speeds away. In early May, Dawson posted a strange video in which he confesses that the giant sighting was fake.
Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all of the videos that I posted were scripted. They're just fake. They were just strictly for entertainment.
And see, that looks like he's doing that on purpose almost to make people think that.
That's what I thought too. It's almost,
You know what I mean?
Or like too obvious, right?
Yeah,
Right. Like
if someone were
that's what I-
forcing you wouldn't do that.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
behavior.
yes, it seemed like it was acted to me, scripted, and all that. So I don't know, but this was to me, this whole thing, because I was a huge X-Files fan. This whole thing was like an episode, a series of the X-Files to me. I was so into this, it wasn't even funny.
Throughout the video, his eyes dart off camera as if being instructed by someone. 10 days later, he backpedaled on the claim in a distressing video, saying,
You might not see me post ever again. My videos weren't fake.
Dawson posted his final video on May 17th, showing footage of the same mountain, now with a huge new building on top of it. No one has seen him online since. Rumors have circulated online that Dawson passed away in July, with numerous videos showing what they claim to be evidence, including an obituary. His girlfriend has posted several videos mourning his.
Now I'm going to show you guys something. I'm sure you guys probably saw this too, but where's it at? That, to me, looks like it was photoshopped onto this.
What?
This picture looks like it was taken and cut and pasted onto this thing they're showing you on here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, like somebody else's face is on that or something. I don't know. I might be just looking too hard, but to me, it looks like it was like photoshopped.
No, I can get down with that actually.
Yeah.
Something about the left side of the face.
Yeah, it's like off center, and the eyes look like I don't know, man.
The shadow should be on his left side of his forehead, not his right side of his forehead.
That's it. Thank you. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I try to debunk as much of this stuff as I possibly can, but this really had me like drawn in, folks. Seriously,
including an obituary. His girlfriend has posted several videos mourning his passing as well, but has never spoken on the giant. Others are spreading rumors that the CIA got to him to hide the truth about the giant on the mountain, sparking one of the biggest TikTok conspiracy theories of 2022. Many are skeptical of the giant videos and the death altogether, assuming the whole thing is a setup for views. TikTokers have been revisiting the mountain since the story blew up to look for the giant themselves. None have been successful, although one person did capture the mysterious building in better detail. Some TikTokers have suggested that the building is nothing more than a radio tower, while others think it's a government research facility. Some TikTokers believe the creature is a Nephilim, a giant discussed in the Hebrew Bible that some interpret as the sons of fallen angels. In 1577, Researchers even believe they found the fossil of a Nephilim who was washed away in the Great Flood, although it was later discovered that this was a mammoth fossil. Could Dawson have really spotted a giant on the mountain? Unfortunately, we may never know for sure. Memes and our
So yeah, that was the one I was talking about. Like I said, you guys said you saw it too. It drew me in, but I still couldn't believe that it's. I still think it's fake. I think it was just a whole scam just to get what he wanted out. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's people that do some really elaborate crap. I mean, okay, forget the Gypsy Rose crap. Okay, that's like the most elaborate BS ever seen in my life. Okay, but there was a guy who did this entire series about his house being haunted, and yes, and he fooled the world, bro. Like even me, I was like, oh my god,
it was good.
Yes,
it was good.
And then he came out, he's like, just kidding.
Mama Bear had me watch this. You had to pay for this shit. I was paying for this, you guys. It was that good. There was multiple parts. It started in one house. Oh my god, the black something, okay, and it was like just like a YouTuber, and he goes to this house and it starts, and then it moved into another house, and I was like, okay, this shit's got to be real, okay, and then I found a whole thing that was nothing but debunking this, and I was pissed because I thought for a moment like this shit looks like it's real. You know what I'm saying?
The fear, the emotion looks real. That's what always like throws me. Like this dude looks like he's really about to pee on himself. I believe him.
He needs to be an actor. No lie. That dude was good.
I agree.
What is that? There was another one that I watched along the lines of that too, with the two guys. It was a guy and his father. They went to Area 51. They were on motorcycles. And then he went off and started doing it himself. And then they disappeared. Okay. Same type scenario. It was kind of crazy, but I fall into that stuff all the time. The fact that the FBI visited Gabriela Vega after her testimony reinforces the long arm of the... No, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I'm still pissed about that, by the way. Good point, Draw. Thank you. So what do you think, Jules, since you're up here now? What do you think about the Miami stuff?
I don't think it's aliens. I think people saw an opportunity to make something chaotic in a time where the world needed a distraction from Epstein, and it was created from nothing. I think it probably was a bunch of stupid ass children, and the cops didn't know what to do because they what are you supposed to do about your bunch of idiot ass teenagers running around with fireworks, popping everybody with Roman candles? Okay, you got to do something.
Yep.
And with all of the shootings that have been going around, of course, the people are going to freak out, and there's going to be a huge abundance of 911 calls because no one really knows what's happening. I mean, once I learned that and started listening to the cops that were there, like I'm not a gullible idiot, but I believe them over this other stuff about Miami alien. I believe it was a bunch of jerk ass kids right around New Year's when they had fireworks left over and they were bored and they had nothing else better to do. And kids are jerks. Like, I believe it. I believe that's the story.
Absolutely. That makes sense. I mean, like I said, my biggest thing was how many cops showed up and the fact that there was no fire or EMS there with them. And then like we were looking at that whole thing in the shadows and stuff. That was a little offsetting, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just feel like somebody took an opportunity to go crazy and let their imagination run.
I can agree. I mean, people are bored nowadays, guys. Look at us. You know what I mean? We started doing this stuff because we got bored one day. Well, some of us. And oh yeah, I forgot about that one. I think that was proven to be a hoax though. You guys remember, oh Jesus, like 6-7 months ago, the Las Vegas you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the aliens.
Oh, that in the backyard.
Yeah.
Was that debunked?
No, I don't think it was actually debunked. It kind of just like disappeared, and no one's like really heard anything else from that family.
And that was the one that the police were involved in. Said that they showed it on the body cam. Yeah, that whole.
Well, what's crazy is that cop. Of course, immediately I'm like, that's got to be some BS. But then that cop is standing there, and they're on a completely different call, and you see that shit fall out of the sky. But I think the most compelling part of that story were the ring cams near the house, remember? Yeah. And when it fell, you heard like it was the most god awful metallic sound ever.
Yeah.
The thing that caught my attention was the way the police acted. That made me go,
Yeah.
wait a minute now. You know what I'm saying? I think it's this one where his
That
body
looks
cam.
familiar.
Yeah,
That
this
looks
is
right.
it.
Okay, let me see if this
And to see
works.
stuff like this about stuff like this that you're like, damn, that could be legit, makes you almost want to second guess the stuff you think is boo boo. You know what I mean? Like it makes you really have to think.
It's almost like that's the whole point behind
I
it,
know,
right?
I hate it so much.
Let me see if this is the right one.
I don't know.
There be.
Oh, that's not a fun. I'm gonna be hiding just at the side. Oh. I don't know. No, that's
Big,
not a
whatever
fun.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. Now that wasn't that. That was the video that the first video from that where the cops saw it. But then, hold up.
Didn't they say that the like people came in and put a whole bunch of cameras and shit all around their house, and then like after that it all went quiet?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
those
They
are the
tried to,
ones that makes you wonder. The ones that just disappear in the nothingness. Those are the ones I question hardcore.
and you don't hear shit after that, right?
Mhm.
Exactly. I think this is the other side of it. Hold on.
Okay, what's going on over there?
Yep.
Okay, lady. Me, my dad, and my brother, we're working on a truck in our backyard, and we have a big lot outside, right? Correct?
Okay.
We were working, and we just see in a corner of our eye something fall down from the sky, and it was with light. And when it hit down, it was like a big impact, and we felt it. We felt like an energy, and then we hear like a lot of footsteps near us, and then we have a big equipment, and we see, and there's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we're terrified of it.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Watch break.
10 foot again. 9, 10 foot.
And see, like, there's nothing about his tone that makes me feel like he's lying.
It doesn't.
No, I agree.
It doesn't sound like it at all.
My only problem with that one is I know she looked at the footage of that real close, and my only skepticism to it is when you see all these videos pointing the two aliens out. One is what I think is actually somebody inside of one of those dozers or whatever it is, and the other one is on the outside between the dozer and the person with the cell phone camera.
But I mean, are they standing on a fucking trash can?
Well, I think that one may be standing up inside of that thing. That's why it looks so tall. But I don't. It's been a minute.
But how you make your eyes go? Maybe they got bike reflectors.
I mean, if they've got sunglasses on, right? The lights, the ambient light from the porch or whatever.
Certain reflectives.
Yeah, that does happen too. I mean,
You know what? No more talking for you because you just be quiet.
You can't be making stuff logical, bro.
I mean, yeah, that's see, that's why I like doing this.
I'm telling you, it's the sound on the ring cams that gets me when that thing comes down. Like you see the flash, then you hear this cring, like when it hits, it really sounds like a metal ass object just boom.
I do agree with that.
The
Have
clink.
they ever shown the place it apparently hit though?
Yeah,
I
the
don't remember
backyard.
seeing it. Did they show the hole though?
There wasn't really a hole. That's what bothered me about it. It was more like a
ring.
Just a ring in the dirt. It's the desert, so it was like.
So it made it look like it kind of like landed normally, even though you're seeing it basically doing a crash landing. That's odd. I don't
That's
recall
what
that.
I said. That thing was coming
That's
down
weird.
that thing was coming out of the sky like flying. Okay, and then there's not a hole in the yard. There should be like a
well. I mean, but then again, we also hear that they can go from like 0 to 60 in 0.27 seconds, and then stop on a dime and come out of water all crazy and do all kind of stuff. So who knows really anymore?
What about the other stuff? Where did it go?
Yeah, where'd it go? If the little alien people were running around outside being captured on camera, how'd the ship just take off?
That's the thing with it falling. If you watch that thing fall from the sky, it does almost kind of look controlled.
Yeah.
Really?
Because at some point it like shoots out like color again. It's almost like it's using gas and I don't know, it sounds stupid, but like a gas and brake.
Like they had control of it in a sense, right? I see
Right.
Makes sense. All right, let's see what this one shows because I haven't seen these in so long.
Was the streak seen across the sky, now seen around the world. This, as our 8 News Now investigators confirm, Metro actually set up cameras at this home where a family called 911 claiming to see aliens in their backyard.
What else?
See?
What else could that possibly be though? Like I've seen shooting stars. I've seen pictures of meteors falling out of the sky, but the colors on that is kind of like. In the cop's body cam, it looked blue or green.
So I agree, and here's my problem. That like shooting off behind it, that's typically what we see when something is breaking through the atmosphere. This thing's already broke through.
Okay, so like, so you're not saying that looks to you like exhaust coming off of something?
No, I am, because anytime you see like the comets and stuff, the reason they have that like fire behind them is because it's cutting through the atmosphere. Stuff is burning off, right? Or it's like breaking up. This is already in the atmosphere.
Yes. Okay, I see. So therefore, it wouldn't be that. It would be something more mechanical or not. Yeah, I got you.
Well, and see, didn't the other one say that they didn't notice any sort of like exhaust or anything that looked like a power source, that they didn't have like heat exuding off of them or anything from their thermal scanners? Like it's almost like they don't use any sort of exhaust whatsoever, or whatever we use for all of that stuff. I don't really know. Whatever, gas, whatever we use up there.
So blue and green and flame both represent the presence of copper.
See?
Yeah, that's true too. That is true. That's a good point, Cletus. Sweet Melissa just said, I listened to a retired Marine. He said he was camping with a friend in Nevada at the same time of the sightings in Vegas, and he saw them too. He didn't know about the Vegas sighting until after the fact. So interesting.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to hear from other witnesses to this too. The thing that gets
one
me,
of these, I need one of these sons of bitches to come down and abduct my ass right now, dude. I'm done. I'm done with sports. I'm done with everything.
Did they lose?
Absolutely disgusting.
What was the score?
A lot to a little.
A lot to a little.
I'm done, dude. I'm done, dude.
Sorry to hear that, bro. I'm
Guys
sorry.
say that every year. It's like someone
season over.
Well, the Browns ain't gotten to this point in a long ass time, so I'm definitely upset about that. So
yeah. The Dolphins haven't either, but still, it's still a shitty way to go out.
Let's see here what it does.
You feel the same way when Amazon does.
And tonight, a fierce debate is underway about the legitimacy of an alleged UFO crash. Good evening. I'm Denise Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Our 8 News Now investigators reporting about terrified members of a local family who told police they had aliens in their backyard. Chief Investigator George Knapp here to piece it all together.
You know, as with all things UFO, the public debate is ferocious and ongoing. Was it all a hoax? Were we duped? Was it all an evil plot, a cover-up, all of the above? We took another look at the hubbub to separate wheat from chaff. The fireball captured on a police body cam on the night of April 30th was real. The American meteor.
See, that stuff is bright blue, green, like.
And it you see how it changes direction?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of moves a little bit. Yeah, like that. If it was a meteor, it would just be a straight shot falling straight down, like dropping a rock. I get that. Yeah.
Well, if it was a crash, it would do the same thing, wouldn't it? Like if they didn't have any control, you wouldn't be able to see those directional movements.
What if this sounds so, I can't believe I'm saying this, but what if there was like partial control and they were losing control? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's possible too, like partial failure. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let me play it.
Society says witnesses reported seeing it all across the West, from northeastern Utah to Southern California. Another Las Vegas resident sent us a video of the same object recorded on her home camera.
Investigation by Nexstar station KLAS.
As the story of the Las Vegas incident spread across newscasts and social media, one of NASA's planetary defense officers weighed in to say it was likely a small meteor that fell to Earth hundreds of miles away from Las Vegas. Police These videos obtained by 8 News Now indicate Metro officers were among the witnesses.
One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious.
The appearance of the meteor seemingly triggered the events that followed. A frightened family called 911 and told police they had 10-foot-tall alien beings in their backyard. Officers responded to the home minutes later, interviewed the witnesses, canvassed the area, and cautiously inspected the backyard to look for intruders. One thing noticed by the officers was a circle in the soil.
See, that's what I'm saying. Something coming out of the sky, like balls to the wall like that, is going to leave.
There you go, Jules. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. That's really it? No.
I mean, there's not even
That's
really...
what they said. But then they also said there was a Google image from this place years ago, and that same circle's there.
Like a pool, like an old pool or something.
So then technically we're looking at something that wasn't even like made that night.
Well, Fiance and I think it's tire tracks.
That's what it looks like. It's like
That's what it
somebody
looks
just
like.
doing circles.
Like this thing over here.
Yeah,
this
and the
front
yellow
loader.
thing and the bulldozer
Front
thing.
loader.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was driving in circles.
That's what it looks like.
And then there was talk about, well, it was, the thing was cloaked to hide it when it crashed, and I was like, okay, we'll go with that then.
So I didn't know that all those states were reporting seeing that, because that's not just the local area. There were several states across.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was quite a few.
Where's
actually
our
this time.
where's our defense system? Aren't we supposed to have some sort of freaking high tech defense system that shoots shit out the air whenever it's where it's not supposed to be?
If they detect it.
Well, if a cop cam didn't detect it, what the hell?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we saw it, like humans could see it coming, but if the radar didn't pick this thing up, if it was coming in too fast, or if it has some kind of
We're doomed.
Scrambling, yeah, that's it right there. So I agree.
Soil. In conversations with us and in a podcast interview, Angel, the main witness, suggested the circle might have been created when an unknown object landed in the yard. Social media sleuths have since pointed out that the circular image has been viewable via Google Earth for more than a year. The family told us by phone they had seen suspicious vehicles with men in black types checking out their home. Turns out there is substance to that. A retired police officer fessed up on News Nation that he spent days staking out the house to see what, if anything, unfolded. What about those reports that Metro installed a special surveillance camera atop the house, presumably to watch for intruders, human or otherwise, or overzealous media? Turns out that's true as well. Metro confirmed as much in a statement to 8 News Now's David Charnes. The system stayed on the roof for days. What about the Ring camera video with the weird noise? The main witness, Angel, intimated to us the video was recorded by one of his neighbors, and the audio was from the April 30th UFO crash. It wasn't. The security camera video was recorded in mid-April, according to the man who first posted the clip. He doesn't want his name used, but says the recording was from a fireball that passed over his home in the southwestern part of the valley 2 weeks prior to the alleged alien encounter. The family declined to be interviewed by us, but members have spoken elsewhere and stick to their claims of seeing aliens in the backyard. Dozens of people on social media have analyzed and dissected the images with various claims of aliens spotted in the shadows. Police do not believe this was a hoax call, which could be a crime if done intentionally. In the fervid swamp known as UFO world, our coverage of the story was itself seen as a dastardly plot to distract attention away from a prominent whistleblower named David Grush, who stepped forward around the same time. Grush unveiled his explosive on-camera account on News Nation, which is owned by the parent company of KLAS. In spite of the local news story, Grush's story was reported by news media all over the world. Curses foiled again.
All right. So, I mean, what do you make of this whistleblower, David Grush?
He first reached out to me about a year ago. We've been in contact ever since. He's the real deal. I mean, he had a distinguished career in the Air Force. Then he went to work for a 3-letter agency you probably haven't heard of, the NGA, which basically tracks everything in space, in the air, in the ocean, under the ocean, on land. They keep tracks of everything. He has the highest security clearances in our government. And in that capacity, he interacted with something like 2,000 SAP, special access programs. And he learned along the way that we're reverse engineering crash flying saucers. And he's been telling that to Congress under oath behind closed doors. And I think they'll probably bring him back. So it's a pretty intriguing story. A lot like what we've been hearing about out in the Nevada desert for a long time.
Right. Of all the stories you've done over decades and decades, this one has really gone worldwide.
The backyard alien?
Yes.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy how much email we get, We're not done with it. We'll see
Just
where it
gonna
goes.
say, this is not the last of that story.
No.
All right, George, thanks for that. Now let's
All right. So there was that one. Molly just said email again. So let's see what she sent me this time.
I'm just gonna say I'm about to move out there because that Ring camera was from a fireball 2 weeks before that, and then there was that one that night. You will see some shit out there in the desert.
Yeah.
So Molly, you guys know who Molly is, my moderator. She lives out in like BFE in Idaho Falls. It's like there's nothing out there, okay? And she's got Ring cams all around her house. She sent me these videos before. Are these the same videos, Molly? I forgot about these. These are kind of interesting, folks. And this is real video. It wasn't messed with or anything like that. This is actually on her channel as well, but forgot about these. Let's see here. Oh, this isn't that video, Molly? Okay. Where is it?
Mr. Favor, what astonished you the most about the flight capabilities of these Tic Tac, very briefly?
The performance.
Oh, this video. Okay. This is the. I thought
you're not aware of any other objects that anybody in the world has in this world.
Hold on. It might be. Just a second, guys. I think I pulled the wrong one. You sent me.
You know how I know what they're telling us is true? Because what they're describing is reminding me of Star Trek. And all that stuff comes from somewhere. You know what I mean? Like all the stories come from somewhere, ideas get from somewhere. When they were having that meeting, they were talking about this ship that reminded me of the Borg. Like it was hovering off of like some naval base somewhere, and he was like, it was the size of a football field and all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they were saying it was red. It was like this huge red football field sized thing, and then it just like disappeared, just not like disappeared, like vanished, but like popped up into the space just as fast as it possibly could. Some scary stuff if it's true.
I know one thing, them aliens got to be small beings because you don't never see no great, like look how big an airplane has to be for all of us to get on it. But you see these UFOs and they just like you could pick it up with this much of your finger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like some of them are super small and they're all kind of weird shapes. Like I was thinking about that the other day. I remember there being like a black pill cylinder looking one, and then there was I had it opposite in my video about it, but I think it was like a black square encompassed by like a translucent circle, like a circular with the black square inside of it, and now we've got chandeliers and jellyfish. Like I'm not understanding.
Well, and you'll see like a diamond.
Well, what happened to the cute little one that we used to see all the time? That's the one that we cartoonize. That's what we always like look at. It's the little dish with the little bubble on the top, and then the little lights come out the bottom, and it always has a little green alien man. That's nothing like what we're seeing coming out now.
No.
At all.
When did I tell you guys a story about what happened here where I live? It made unsolved mysteries and everything. This is a police officer's rendition. The 911 operator that I used to work with at the ambulance company I worked for, all of it was like recorded. It was the whole like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or what the hell is that called? Yeah. Type of scenario. No, I never saw it over the White House AG ever. That how would they? I would think Secret Service would go nuts over that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that happened, and it was on the Unsolved Mysteries. In another show too. I'm trying to remember what the hell other show it was. I'll show you guys real quick. It was actually pretty interesting, to be honest with you. Hold up here.
That movie, they go Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind.
The Fourth Kind, yeah, that one.
I will never forget. I watched that movie with the daughter, and no lie, when we woke up the next morning, like we didn't sleep in the same bed, but we woke up the next morning and both of us, like, imagine an eraser on a lead pencil. We had dots, one and then 2 under that, and then 3 under the 2, just in a triangle shape, both of us on the right side of our backs on our shoulder.
That's scary.
That's really scary, actually.
You've been marked with something. You've got
Oh.
some sort of tracking device or something in your body, I bet.
You had a chip put in you. That's what they abducted you.
Something.
Like I'm not kidding. It almost looked like they were red dots, and it just looked like
fresh. I'm telling you, there's so many stories like that. You probably need to go to the doctor and get an X-ray done.
Yeah. I can't play this one.
I don't know. The only real UFO stories that I think are really intriguing are the ones from, I think it's 52, when there was that swarm of them over the White House and DC in general. And then some of the older ones from the green lights over, oh no, it's not the green lights, it's the
Brown
Foo
light.
Fighters, the ones they called the Foo
the brown
Fighters
light.
The Foo Fighters, yeah.
from World War II.
Those stories are interesting.
Because you were talking about the old cartoon shapes and things like that, and I kind of associate a lot of stuff people report and the shapes with a lot of things that existed around the time period and that were prominent.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, the Germans had a craft that they were working on that was the shape that it's real similar to the shape that the old spacecrafts, the imagery was of. And I'm just, I don't know, but the ones over the White House from, I swear it was 52, Project Blue Book did a whole thing on it, and that was interesting.
Blue Book, that's an interesting thing in itself. That's insane.
Did you know the guy that ran Blue Book was one of the he helped with Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
You mean the same way that Obama helped with Leave No One Behind or whatever the hell that scary ass Netflix movie is? Yeah, isn't that interesting? And they can put their expertise on something so scary.
That movie kills me.
On my damn nerves.
I can't. All right, let me see if I can show you this, because it was a History Channel thing, and I know how they are, but this is real. This is a real thing. This happened through our 911 dispatch. I worked with these people that are involved. The guy that is the actual police officer that experienced this is the chief of police here now. And then it happened in another place. They did 2 stories with this, I believe it was, but let me see if I can figure this out.
Hey, Dago.
Yes, ma'am.
I emailed the picture to you that I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I'll pull that up next. Hold up. But this is real stuff, folks. This was on Unsolved Mysteries, and it was on the History Channel's something that showed that they have. I can't find the other one, though. This is where I lived and grew up at when I was 19 years old.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What, Willie?
Sports.
Nothing. I'm dealing like 10 trolls right now, dude.
Football? Yes, I'm sure.
No, I'm dealing like 10 people outside this shit right now. I hate these people, man.
All right, here we go.
They just wait for my team.
Now, I want you guys to understand, she is a dispatcher for the Trumble County 911 Center. But Trumble County consists of Warren, Howland, Niles, Liberty, Hartford. I think there's 8 more cities in that county, or maybe even more.
Dago,
yes.
You lost the stream on YouTube.
Oh, did they bounce it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course they did. Never.
Is that what happens whenever you do History Channel? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, I was hoping that I could get through it without them doing that. Damn
So
it.
we stay connected like this, even though they pop you off of YouTube? That's wild, bro. I didn't know.
And the chat, like the chat's still there too. Everything.
That's why I was like, what? Because the chat's going. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a, and this
The
is
video's going. It just
it's an
says.
educational thing.
Yeah, like the video's still playing. Like it's still live. It just says unavailable.
Yeah, I set it down that way. This is so ignorant. Yeah. This, I hate when they do that. And this, like I said, this is an educational scenario. Okay, like
You should be able to show that. That's so stupid.
I stopped 3 times already, and I'm trying. They're just so ignorant. Like, we want our money. We want our money. Well, anyway, okay. As soon as I come back, let me wait till they can see me again.
It makes me wonder how these people get away with like these reaction channels.
Right.
Bro, for real. I've been wondering that. Like, I don't know how they can play somebody's full video and
Yeah.
it's fine, but try to do that with certain channels, and YouTube themselves is the one doing this. This isn't the History Station. This isn't the
No, it's
History
YouTube.
Channel. This is YouTube.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I just want somebody to tell me when they can see me. Hold on.
We've got it on the TV, so we
Yeah.
can tell you.
Can you see me now?
Not yet.
No.
Oh, you can. Okay. Well, I'll finish telling you. Well, I don't want to because I want them to know. This was some real deal shit, though. It freaked everybody out. Like I said, Roy Ann, at least you got the most important part of it.
Yeah.
Roy Ann, she left because she didn't believe it. She thought he was screwing around with her, and she tried to go see. Now, there was 9.
Now you're live.
I think there's 9 cities in the county. What'd you say, Cletus?
You're live.
Yeah.
You're back.
I'm back. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry about that. It's obviously a copyright thing. Sorry. So anyway, I'll just tell the rest of the story. You saw the most important part. So that's what happened with him. Okay. There's 9 or 10 cities in this county that go through this 911 center. So there were 2 other 911 operators working that night when this happened. She left and said, I'll be back. I got to go see this because where the 911 center is not very far from where he was. So she tried to go to see it. Okay. And she got to see a glimpse of it, I guess. But meanwhile, over the radio, 7 of the 9 cities in the area had law enforcement calling in over the radio asking about this. They contacted the tower at Youngstown Airport. Youngstown said, we don't see anything on radar. We have no idea what you're talking about. This doesn't make any sense. Youngstown Airport then in turn contacted the Youngstown Air Force Base. They said they're not seeing anything either. And like I said, if they did, they're not going to admit to it anyway. At least in my opinion. So it was the real deal scenario. And all of these police officers, I wish you guys could have heard the 911 radio. They played it live from that night, and you could hear multiple officers tuning in, like, what the hell is this? I hope this is a plane. I don't believe this. The one guy goes and drives up to, there's a tower out there. It's like a fire watch tower that we have in this one area, and it's up, 100 feet in the air. He climbs up this tower so we can see this thing closer. And it was like, almost like a cylinder, like it was like a cylinder type thing, almost like a propane tank. They said it looked like.
That's how that other one was. Yep.
Right. And it had red lights on the bottom, and it had blue lights around the side, and then this bright, clear, like white light off the bottom side of it too. And I was just like, wow. So
that is crazy.
I hear it coming out of law enforcement, though. When I heard the 911 call, I was just like freaked out, honestly. And like I said, there was people in all these cities all over at the same exact times calling in saying, what the hell is this, And like you said, to get multiple accounts, you can't discredit that because these people don't know what's going on. They don't know that this person's seeing it or that person's seeing it, and they're all calling it at once. How do you discredit that? So,
especially back then, Dago, what year was that?
It was 94. There was no social media.
That was a year before my sister was born. That was dial-up internet days. Okay, that even makes it more legit in my opinion.
Yeah, there was. Well, maybe that. Yeah, there was dial-up.
Yeah, there was dial-up. Yeah, we barely had a computer and barely had internet by the time my sister
was like Windows 98, I think. Or no, Windows. What the hell
there was a Windows 95.
Yeah.
95. Yeah, I think that was the first one I remember. But yeah, what's up, Matt? So yeah, that story happened, folks, for real. And like I said, you can't discredit shit like that because 500 people see this at the exact same time.
Yeah,
make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It just, God, I hate the History Channel. I mean, I like watching it, but I hate it. Where was that other thing that there goes? Okay, so. Oh yeah. Let me pull that pic real quick. Hold on. That's what I knew I was gonna do something. 1 second. Yes, I know. I got a copyright. Thank you.
Jules has me paranoid now.
For why? Go get an X-ray? You probably should.
Oh shit.
What? You
Is
see it?
Oh, did you send him a picture of your markings?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I
Look
need
at-
to see this.
Look at this shit. That's a triangular pattern. Perfect.
See?
Girl.
Like,
You
I'm
and your daughter both had that?
Yes, the next morning. On God. And I'm like, there's something though that happens with me when I watch movies.
That's like that has that's 6 different spots in the shape of a triangle. An
And they
upside
kind
down
of
one
look
at
like
that.
triangles.
It's
They
perfect
do.
too.
Yeah, it's like a perfect triangle. It literally looks like a damn Dorito shape.
Right?
Yeah, tortilla chip. Is that what hers looked exactly like yours?
Yes, exactly like that.
And how long ago did this happen?
It was when the 4th kind came out.
Girl, that's scary.
Look, let me tell you, there is something with me in movies. I went to see Paranormal Activity, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went on a blind date. I wasn't feeling the dude. So I literally, and he had driven a long way. So I left him at my house. I lived with like a bunch of friends and I went and stayed with my parents. I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm hearing this like, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, I start hiding under my covers because I'm the biggest vagina you'll ever meet. And I am like, is that clock? Y'all, this clock, I'm talking about a regular ass wall clock that goes up on the wall as big as I don't know what, is flying around. I mean, it is literally like spinning so fast. I'm like, smoke is about to come through. I ran in there, woke my dad up. I said, you got to go out there and fix that. And then, so it was years later, and me and my brother had made a deal where I go out half the night, he watches the kid, and then he goes out the next half. So I decided I'm going to put in this movie, Paranormal Activity, and I swear I start hearing this noise. And I'm like, I can't see the clock where I'm laying on the couch. I'm like, if I get up and this clock is going round and round, I might just jump off my balcony and just end it. And it was the damn clock. On God.
Yeah, that's scary.
Crazy. No way. Not for me. Not see. I don't know. I don't know if I would be scared because I've dealt with some crap being in like the paranormal investigating thing, stuff like that. That I don't. Not that I've seen things that I can't explain, but I still try to be like logical about it because that's what I'm a skeptic, and I try to find the most scientific explanation for this crazy shit as I can. Some things you just can't find an explanation for, and I just have to take it for what it is. So that being said, when it comes to the alien type stuff, I mean, it's hard to not take it for what it is, you know?
Y'all really, I know what ringworm looked like. That is not no ringworm.
I wasn't. No. That definitely was not no damn ringworm at all.
I fell asleep on some meat tenderizers is all that was.
That's what it looks like.
It does look like this. It looks like you slept
Bro,
on
it does. It
It
does.
looks just like that. Like it was so crazy because I don't know. Like it freaked me out. I was like, I'm never gonna watch that movie ever freaking again. I'm not gonna do it.
But that's actually a pretty common thing too in abduction stories that we hear is they come back and there's these strange markings on their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like injection points and probing points and like. So, did you have any other like issues or symptoms or weird feelings after the fact?
No. And she didn't act different.
Like
Well,
your
it's like
food cravings didn't change. You weren't super sensitive to certain things. Nothing.
No, I'm pretty normal.
Then they're tracking you, bro.
Oh my God, Jules.
Well, you do see shit in the sky a lot.
Hey,
You can't explain.
That's true.
You see a lot of lights. A lot of times.
Why do you think?
It's like that night we came back from ghost hunting, and I'm like, "You see that shit up there?"
Yeah.
And y'all turn around, and there's 2 white lights glowing. Then one cuts out.
You ain't sleeping for 3 days. I'm just fueling this fire. That's fine.
Hey,
Maybe.
you know what? Abduct me, take me, but you better have me back by morning because I got shit to do.
For real, I got a schedule, bro.
Maybe that's where Cletus came from. Maybe he's an alien they put there with you to keep
He's
you
your
on.
handler.
Yeah.
My handler.
Your alien handler to keep you in line. Mm-hmm.
Well, you know that guy, that one doctor, he would like, people would be like, I swear I have an implant. And he would take them out, and they're made of like space shit.
Yes, I've seen those. Yes. Weird markings. They go and dig and find some crazy crap in there. I've seen it. Scary stuff.
I do have something implanted in my knee. I have no idea what it is.
So, you got me all paranoid after having this damn brain surgery. These assholes put some shit in my head or something.
Hey, you never know, bro. Never know.
So let me ask you guys this then. What do you guys think about the rumors about the moon landing being faked?
It's fake.
I think it's fake too.
You don't just lose that kind of damn technology and be like, oh, I can't find the paperwork. We can't get back. No.
Not to mention, why the F have we not gone back?
Yeah, exactly.
So here's my question then. Let's say it is fake, okay? Why haven't we gone there?
We can't leave, I don't think.
What?
I don't think we can leave our atmosphere.
Well, we have though.
No, we haven't.
Allegedly. All we see is the inside of a freaking space station.
All we've seen is stuff from NASA that has already come out and told us they have an entire team of freaking photoshoppers.
What about what about the space station?
What about it? They're
Haven't we
doing
been-
work to try to figure it out. Okay, but that doesn't mean it's out in space, Dago. That's still in our atmosphere.
Yeah, but you can
Technically.
see that. You can see that through a telescope.
Yeah, and whenever Elon Musk and that dude that just popped up on Epstein's list, you know how they were like fighting to get to space? They were only allowed to go up to a certain height. They were not allowed by the government to go any higher than a certain feet above the ground.
Richard Branson, yeah. That SpaceX thing that he's doing.
So
where
they
you
were technically not trying to get to space because by law they were not allowed to go past a certain feet above our ground.
What is that
tells you
about though, do you think?
Well, if you believe in the old Hebrew Bible, then you believe that we are protected by something called a firmament. And as anti-religious as I am, I wholeheartedly believe that that does exist.
Wow.
I honestly believe, I have to jump off here in a second, but honestly, I believe that what we walk on is flat and what surrounds us and protects us from whatever is out there is round. That's why we might look like they're saying that we look like. I just don't think what we walk on is round. I think what we walk on is flat. We're just protected by something circular.
That's pretty wild. I never thought of that.
Reminds me, like, as anti-religious as I am, I really do go back to the very beginning of the scripts, and I do believe a lot in the firmament just because of what we hear about space.
Right.
Yeah, my beliefs are all over the place, bro.
That's crazy. Why did you say you have to jump off?
Yeah. I'm about to premiere this video that I did talking shit about Law and Crime Network, and then I'm gonna go to bed.
Law and Crime Network. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and Jeanette Levy got the timeline for that Savannah Soto case wrong by 2 days, and I'm really aggravated by it.
2 days.
2 days. She came on there and she's like, 2 days before Christmas, and I'm like, sweetheart, that was Saturday. They were murdered on Thursday night.
Yeah,
and then she's coming out and saying that the entire murder scene was captured on security camera, but then the only thing they're showing is them in the apartment complex, like with the towel scene. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm confused about what you're saying here. You got the timeline off by a whole 48 hours and you're saying that it's recorded and the cops ain't said a word. What's happening? Yeah, I'm aggravated.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it's just I call it my chronological OCD that's causing me to have such a fit about the whole thing.
Right. No, I got you.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. I even
Yeah,
watched
she
that
said
video.
2 days before Christmas, and I was like, no, that was the day that she was supposed to go and be induced that she didn't show up for. The timeline that's come out from how many press conferences and how many arrest warrants, because we have 3 people in handcuffs, all say it happened Thursday the 21st. So why are you telling us it happened on the 23rd?
Wow,
That's a big deal to me. That's 2 whole freaking days.
that's a problem. Did you send anything to them about it?
No, but I have them tagged in my title.
Of course you do. That should be interesting. I'm about to check that out when we're all done.
But I'm going to go ahead and jump off so I can get ready for that, because as soon as that's done, I'm going to lay down and go to bed.
All right, sis. Thanks for joining us. It was
This
fun.
was a great conversation. I love conversations like this. They're so fun.
Well, I'm going to be doing these because this was requested. I was doing stuff like this for a while on Fridays, and I'm going to go back to it again every Friday. and that way we can get away from the stuff we do and take a break. So
Yep, you need a brain cleanse sometimes. That's why I have my other channel. Sometimes I just like to get away from all this stuff and talk about anything else.
absolutely, 100%. So
All right, well, you
thank
guys
you.
have a great night. It was great
You
meeting
too.
up. Bye,
Take
guys.
care. Bye.
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 Altitude above the Earth's surface because of the amount of pressure.
That's my question, right? Like, how is there not pressure that would just obliterate your vehicle?
Well, pressure and the radiation level.
Yeah.
I have doubts about it because of that. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not convinced that the moon landing is fake. I do think there's a lot of things with it that make me skeptical of it. And probably more things make me skeptical of it than not. So I'm on the side of it never happened. But I don't know.
I'm not convinced. The videos to me it's something off with them. Oh, Dago, I got a question for you specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen that video on YouTube? So like, when you go live on your YouTube, right? You just press go live and then you're just immediately like on, right? There was a video that it was, you know what I'm talking about? It was streaming from the moon, allegedly looking back at us.
Yeah.
You ever seen that?
No, I have not.
Yeah, you need to go check
It is
that out.
crazy. And then it streams